have their own names to themselves, no? So I mean, it's really hard it's really easy rather to talk about a single person on each side kasi ayun, pero as we can see, yung first ban nila is actually walang ban. So I don't know.
Wow.
Is this confidence right here? Articuno, what do you think?
I don't know, man. I mean, is it like, you know what? Bahala kayo dyan. Wala kami kailangan i-ban out sa inyo. Basta kami, kaya namin kahit ano pa yung ibato nyo sa amin. Pero yun, mukhang magbaban pa rin naman itong side ni na Dodoy. In fact, taking away the Brom. And kung di ako nagkamali, si Riku yung mag-support. So,
yeah, target bans coming in for Riku. Interesting here. And as a response, no, actually, I think we do have a technical problem right now. Baka na DCC si Bokto here or si Kilom. You'll have to see. But yeah, antay lang tayo ng konti.
Yeah, chill muna, guys.
Yes.
But yeah, talking a little bit more about Starforge. Let's go ahead and recap kung ano nga ba yung pinagkakaabalahan natin dito sa stream over the past days, Berserk.
Okay, so Starforge actually is an 2-week long event, but it was held starting last Friday, basically the last Friday rather. So this is the final day na, and from the start, we've basically gone through so many exciting activities. First was actually the homecoming games. No, this was on the first day, featuring Ateneo, UP, and UST, yung mga boomer squad nila, tapos yung mga current squad nila. Ateneo's boomer squad 1, UPD's current roster 1. I was actually playing there, so natalo kami. UST naman, it was a bloodbath actually, pero let me cut myself short there as we get into champion select again, and mukhang ito na, meron na tayong ban sa side.
Hindi naman, okay, may magbaban pa rin pa pala sila. So, caution pa rin going into this all-star show match. But yeah, interesting. I like this. Okay, so at least base sa alam namin so far na magiging roles. Kasi syempre, if you look at the players per team, may mga ibang nagko-conflict ng role. For example, ano bang pwede kong gawing example dito? For example, si Rox tsaka si Riku, parehong support main yan. So they can't really both go support. Looks like kaya may adjustment nga kay Rox. So at least from what we were told, ang magiging per role nila is Calum top, at least for Team Curd, Calum top, Julie jungle, Curd mid, Rox ADC, and Riku support. Tapos kay Dodoy naman, Suzzysaur top, Crescio jungle, Rax mid lane, Dodoy AD carry, and then Orthros support.
Yeah, and I am actually excited to see the matchup sa bot, just because si Rox to on ADC, tas si Dodoy on ADC. And for those who don't know, Rox was actually a pro player before. Right now, streamer na siya. Actually tuned into stream sometimes myself. Pero I can confidently say highly mechanically skilled player nitong si Rox. So kahit ang katapat niya dito sa ADC position is si Dodoy, who is the current jungler of Team Liyab for League. I think may papalag talaga siya dyan as we get the final ban for the first place, which is the Rex. Interesting bans right now, Arctic. What do you think of?
Yeah, a little bit of an assortment right here. Again, we have to kind of always go back to ano nga ba yung mga designations. So the fact that we have 2 jungle bans looks like they're heavily denying who supposedly going to be jungling is si Julie sa side ng Team Curd. So that's an interesting foresight coming from them in which case. So I think the big question here is if Graves and Rek'Sai are Julie specials, what other things is he going to be bringing to the table going into the show match? Oh, okay.
Okay, Ayasuo getting locked in by Team Dodoy here. Very interesting. As a response to Ornn, I mean, the Ornn first pick coming in for Team Curd is actually for me a telltale sign na parang gusto yatang manalo at mag-try hard kasi the meta right now, Ornn is actually a really strong power pick, but as a response, Maokai does actually get locked in as well. It is a flex pick. I've seen it being run in bot as support, in a fasting Senna lane. Pero in top, it's mostly seen in top. And right now, a Caitlyn getting locked in by Team Curd. Caitlyn, as we know, is an extremely potent lane bully as a marksman, no? Usually, kapag may mag-i-insta lock Vayne, yan ang sagot automatically Caitlyn kasi outranged ng todo.
Yeah, wondering how they're gonna be complimenting this Caitlyn though. Are they gonna be like, oh, good, okay, Karthus,
Walang
that's
compliment,
something.
compliment.
Wala talagang compliment. Karthus is not something I see every day, so yeah, especially this early on. So looks like they just really want to. Actually, you know what? Looking at the lineup right now, maybe they're just going for what each other guy is gonna be playing, except for the assumption that if Kurt is going mid, maybe there's still gonna be a swap. Maybe they just wanted to make sure that they secured the Ornn for themselves.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm actually this Yasuo Lucian pick is kind of getting me thinking, no? Kasi we sometimes see Yasuo getting picked for bot eh. And I'm thinking, mag-Yasuo ba tong si Dodoy tapos mid yung Lucian? I'm not really sure if Rax plays Lucian mid, but bans are completed right now. Mukhang support and jungle talaga yung tina-target ban for both teams as we see that Karma getting locked in for the support role. Possibly, or maybe baka flex yan sa mid or top. We'll see.
Yun. Actually, yun napaisip ako. Kung mababaan yung Braum, Morgana, tsaka Trash ni Riku, ano pa kaya yung pwede niyang pili? Kasi Karma din could have been another pick for Riku.
Yeah.
Pero yun nga, namin yung dadalin niya dito sa first game natin sa show match. Still looking for that last pick from Team Dodoy. Medyo marami siyang kanina may Nautilus. Ngayon, medyo pinag-iisipan na lang itong Rakan. In which case, okay.
Ooh.
Quick switchery to Nautilus. It doesn't hurt to have another knockup just so that you have more options to empower this Yasuo.
Yeah, that's true. And the champion picks right now are all complete for both sides, and I have to say both teams actually have an really interesting team composition right now. For Team Curd, it's actually I feel like it's pretty balanced. They do have Engage coming in from that Ornn. They do have Poke coming in from Jace. Caitlyn is with Nami. Caitlyn with Nami is a really strong bot duo, but we will have to see if any swaps are gonna come in actually from Team Dodoy. Mukhang locked in na yata. Pero
yeah.
you said kanina, 'di ba, jungler si Cresho and he's on Karma right now.
Maybe some last. We'll see once we load in. But
Okay.
one thing I really want to talk about here is ang tagal ko nang hindi nakakita ng Karthus, let alone a Karthus jungle para kay Julie.
I see. Yeah, si Julie actually player ko yan sa LG Esports of Ateneo, and I do know he plays Karthus, not a lot. He does prefer to pick junglers who have early game to mid game impact. So it's a bit surprising for me na nilabas niya yung Karthus pick na to. I guess he wants to secure the late game a bit more damage siya on his side. So I think he can pull it off well naman. Pero ang katapat niya sa kabilang side is if our prior information was indeed correct, no? Si Cresho, who is currently top 5 yata in Challenger.
Right.
Kahit he's not on support role, no? But still, you can't climb the ladder to that level if you don't have a really good overall understanding of the game.
Definitely. So, you know what? I guess we'll just wait to see how the action unfolds once we head into the Rift in a teeny tiny bit. But let's go ahead and play with a few storylines a bit more here and try to give our audience idea kung paano nga ba yung naging build-up ng pagpili ng mga captains dito sa mga players nila. So, based on what I have here, let's first look at the picking from the Manila Collegiate scene, which is between Julie and Cresho. So, from what we have here, Dodoy actually wanted Julie, but unfortunately lost the rock paper scissors. Yeah. So Kurd, of course, being the sneaky dude he is, decides to take Julie away from him instead. It's really interesting to see. Now that I recall, it's really interesting to see Kurd running this Jace. Jace is one of his specialties from what we saw during the PCS. He could really hold his own on this champion. So looks like Kurd isn't pulling any punches going into this show match.
Yeah, I was actually tuning into that portion, no, that podcast portion na nagja-jack and poy sila ni Dodoy.
Oh yeah.
Tapos, I recall, he even confirmed, verified with Dodoy, you want Julie? Okay, I'll take Julie.
Oh
Ganun pa siya,
my
diba?
god.
So may konting banter pang ganong nalalaman si Kurd. But I know naman si Kurd and Dodoy are actually really good
Oh,
friends within
definitely.
the Liyab team. So I'm sure kukulitan lang sila doon and stuff. Oh, and actually, information coming in just now from Miss EEA herself, Ariane. She was joking with Cresho daw to use Karma Jungle. And apparently, sineryoso niya. Sineryoso niya talaga yung Karma Jungle.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. In this case, you got your wish, Metanoia Pod. Ish. If it was at least at the back of your mind, was within a speck of you a wish that he goes Karma Jungle. Yeah, let's look at the while we're waiting to load in. Let's look at how the other picks went in. So between Rax and Calum for the Visayas part. So it's very straightforward. Dodo is Ilonggo. Rax is Ilonggo. Dodoy won the Jack and Poi. Instant pickup.
I
Like,
see. So,
no other. No other. Actually, it's. Yeah. Wala. Yun na talaga yun. Yun na yun. Like, I'm trying to think of other reasons why, pero I'm like, yeah, siguro yun. Yun lang talaga yun. Yun na yun.
Okay. But yeah, that interesting story talaga going on between the two Liab members, no? I guess we can introduce or maybe talk a bit more and about the other
Yeah.
participants here, no? Kasi I mean, like we said kanina, stack both yung teams na to. So for Team Kurd, Kurd is from Team Liab. Rox, again, is a really big streamer right now for League and he's educational yung content niya, pero light. So people are really drawn to watch him. Boketo here naman is from USC, if I'm not mistaken. University of San Carlos, collegiate player siya. Julie is from Ateneos LG. And we all know ito si Rico, medyo controversial yung mga predictions niya for Team
Oh.
Liab. Pero ang taas actually nung prediction score niya in the end.
Yeah,
And,
actually.
yeah. Oo.
Oh,
And
man.
for the other side, sige, you wanna introduce the other side?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and talk about the other side. So for the other team that we have, this is actually a lineup I'm really looking forward to. Again, we have Suzzysaur, repping for Rumble Royale, Reign Supreme. Shout out to everyone from RR watching. We have Kresho from UST. Really probably one of the stars in collegiate right now, I would say. We have Rax from Visayas. Man, Visayas has a really strong pool as well. And then Orthros, who, like I mentioned, formerly competed in the Garena Pro Gaming Series under TNC. And finally, we have Dodoy as team captain from Liyab, another guy from Visayas.
Yeah, and mukhang as we, nakapag-load na tayo into the Rift right now, and we actually see Team Dodoy. Oh, flash coming in from Suzzysaur here, and here we go, first blood na, right away, wala pang 1 minute, coming in from the side of Team Dodoy, grabe.
Okay. Yeah, for charity nga naman, for charity. First blood, at least may... Magkano nga ba? 1K kung hindi ako nagkakamali per champion takedown?
For the winning team, no? For each champion takedown, for each dragon takedown, and for each baron takedown.
Okay, so that's what our audience is going to have to look forward to here, depending on who they're supporting. if they want their team to win. Ideally, they want to rake up all those objectives for the extra thousands to increment, to add to our already hefty pool.
Yeah, that's true. And mukhang may cheese yatang gagawin dito si Rox and Riku, but actually... Oh, is this the... Oh, is the blue buff steal coming in from Rox? That was so slick. They warded it, tapos sakto yung timing. Pristine talaga na agaw niya yung blue buff.
Yes. Okay, so... Yeah, we were a little bit advanced in the spectate on our end. Well, we're just gonna sync with you guys watching on the live stream. Currently 2 minutes 2 seconds on my end, heading
2 minutes 2 seconds.
Yeah, at least on my end. Hopefully, we're synced with you guys as well that are watching live for our show match. Hook coming in onto Rocks. Oh, that's quite a bit of damage. Dodo trying to look for that knock up onto him. Unfortunately, won't quite get it, but actually will. Okay, manages to throw it at the last second, gets a substantial amount of damage onto Rocks, but Rocks is still A-okay nonetheless. Riku making it in the nick of time just to make sure that, things are well for her AD carry.
Yeah, and right now I'm still trying to sync with Justin, our ops manager right now. I think we're good to go. I'm at 241 right now as Nautil.
Oh man, look at the aggression coming in from Dodo, but unfortunately it's going to be a trade-off for support. Can Rock try to get Dodo himself, though he's looking much more healthier than his counterpart in lane. Looks like that won't be the case. Dodo just going to style his way out of there, make sure that he's A-okay. But yeah, 1-for-1 in that bot lane. Both supports go down.
Yeah, I just heard right now from our operations manager that maybe we can fast forward to the latest time, as right now Bokoto comes in and actually meets Dappled Stars as he ganks the top lane right now. Suzzysaur looks to be going down, and Bokoto is trying his best to actually try to get this return kill, but no, that's a kill from Crescio on this jungle Karma.
Yeah, looks like they're going to try to go for more. Oh, unfortunately, doesn't land the hook onto Kerr. That would have been absolutely devastating if they got the connect with a 3-member collapse, but not going to happen. Looks like both Orthros and Dodo will just have to go back to bot lane.
Yeah, what I actually expected to be the most volatile lane, mid lane Jace Lucian, which is super aggressive yung dalawang picks, is the most peaceful right now. Before 5 minutes, action already brewing for both the bottom side and the top side of the map here, and it's really exciting to watch. Nakikita talaga natin yung, okay, so Kurd tried to get in tried to get a kill here, pero yung wave, I don't think the wave was in the right position right there to go for that all-in. And right now we do see action in the top lane with Bokuto and Suzzysaur just being tanks, doing their thing.
Yes, indeed.
And mukhang magda-die down muna yung pace. But as I say that...
Yeah, let me just fix things here on my end. Okay, so looks like towards this bot lane, we're seeing a 3-man dive onto both Riku and Rocks. Riku taking a lot of damage. Dodo making sure that he prioritizes, but unfortunately, they're not quick enough on their feet, and that's going to be the double kill going to Rocks. Can they manage to chase down the Karma? No, that's not going to be the case. Man, oh man, a little bit too over-eager there coming in from the side of Team Dodo, and they don't manage to at least clinch one of their counterparts in exchange.
Yeah, that's true. But I have to say, grabe yung proactiveness na pinapakita ngayon ni Crescio, si Dappled Stars in the jungle. How many ganks does he try to pull off? But there is actually a trade-off to all of this. Look at the CS gap between Julie and him right now. And this, actually, parang pareho yung CS nung Karthus jungle kay Kurd there right now, this is scary. He's ramping up really fast.
Exactly. Looks like they're going to go straight back into it. Karma coming in from the backline, going to try to get that hold on to Riku, being the squishier target. Rock still trying to run this out, but unfortunately the chase is on for Dodo as he gets the shutdown. Meanwhile, towards top side, we do see some more action as Suzzysaur gets dived in by both the Orin as well as Skirt, and they succeed towards top side as well.
Yeah, so simultaneous plays happening right now. One in favor of Team Dodoy and one in favor of Team Curd. I think ito yung nagiging strat right now ni Crescio. He knows that he can't outfarm at Cartos. So saan siya babawi? Sa ganks. Parang yun yung na-realize niyang only way to really maximize this very interesting karma pick.
Right. And sneaky coming in from Dodoy. CL getting, oh man, a beautiful connect onto that hook. Julie trying to walk it off, but unfortunately, Flash will be exhausted. That's 4 members on his tail, though. Ultimate will come in from Rax, but will get the landing. Nautilus does get the last hit, though. Kurd going to try to seek the vengeance kill, but with 4 members there, oh man, it might have bit off more than he could chew as they reinitiate. Looks like it will be a kill for Delusion. Rox and Riku will try to respond. They do get the shutdown. Can they go for more? Bubble comes in. Beautiful connect as he lands on 2 members. Bokuto will get the kill. Can they chase on? Double kill will come in as Julie manages to use the ultimate to get the vengeance kill.
Yeah, very interesting here. What started with the really aggressive jungle invade on the side of Team Dodoy actually turned into quite an even trade-off. But right now, we do see Suzzysaur is on the top lane getting down some plates by herself. And this is going to really help her out to stabilize the lane as we already see. Actually, si Bokuto here, 3-2-1, ang daming gold.
Trade-off happening here towards top side, but take note of the pings happening towards bot lane. It does seem that blue side did go for that dragon. They do succeed, but a fight will break out. Julie left behind, trying to deter the rest of the members in pursuit. Coming in from Team Dodoy, looks like they will just turn for this Karthus instead. That's going to be the shutdown going to Dodoy, but it looks like Rox is going to be on the prowl. Kurd, meanwhile, left to deal with Delusion in the mid lane 1v1, and he actually gets the kill onto him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That is actually not interesting, but expected that. Oh, but Todoy here right now is getting chased by... okay, mukhang namatay siya doon. And unfortunately, nagtagpo sila doon sa brush na yun, and we can't really do much about that.
Oh, man. That was a very interesting breakout towards bot lane. But then again, that's the beauty of the show match. Whoever wins will reap the benefits of the champion kills, Dragon and Baron takedown for 1,000 per each of them. And with what's going on, 8 minutes into the game, 13 kills for the side of Team Kurd, 8 kills for the side of Team Dodoy. We're off to a good start here, raising money for charity.
Yeah, that's true. And kudos to both teams. No, they're really showing us what they've got here. They're really putting out their all, as we see. Like you said, kills raining in right now. Wala pang 10 minutes. And for the side of Team Kurd, mukhang nangingibabaw dito sa gold lead is si Rox with 5-1-1 right now on Caitlyn, despite all of the pressure exerted by Karma here, si Crescio on the jungle sa bot side of the map.
Yeah, meanwhile, okay, looks like they will spot out the solution, but of course, solution, okay, Relentless Pursuit was used to try to escape, but unfortunately, it won't be enough. Nautilus will try to help supplement and save, but no, that won't be the case. Kurd, unfortunately, will get caught between both Dodoy as well as Yellow. Rox will try to supplement with some damage. Julie joins in the Dragon Pit as well. Double kill goes to Kurd before all hell breaks loose, and that is going to be a victory at the end of the day for Team Kurd with the better numbers.
I was so surprised that Kurd was able to survive that. I have to give it the bot lane of Team Kurd, no? Grabe yung response nila. Nami coming in with that clutch heal. I don't think if they were even a second late there, I think that Kurd would have died right there with the collapse of Dodoy and Arthros on this Nautilus. But we do see a pause coming in right now, and we have to see ano kayang cause nito. But looking at both sides of this game, no, medyo nangingibabaw yata dito si Team Kurd.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have a little bit of a pause, so we are gonna just wait for a bit before we get back into the action. Looks like all is well, though. Teammate has reconnected, so we'll be heading into the game in just a bit.
Yeah, and right now, I was talking about Rox with a 5-1-7 gold lead, but On Dodoy's side naman, Team Dodoy's side, actually Dodoy himself seems to actually be the person to look out for. Kahit for yung deaths niya, kita naman natin yung pressure na na-exert niya on Yasuo right now. Of course, with the help of Cresho in this Karma jungle, which is still, at this point in time, still a surprise to me on my end. But yeah, Kurd though, the team captain on his team, counterpart to Dodoy, 4-1-5 right now. He's doing work himself.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is just crazy. So far, we're 10 minutes in, fight after fight, breaking out all across the map. These guys are hungry for action. Ooh.
Yeah, that's true. And actually, right now, some information coming in, si Rax actually na-bug splat siya. So we kind of have to wait a bit for him to reconnect and get into the game again. But also, one more interesting bit right now from the man, from Kurd himself. Sabi niya, he's going for the 2-0 sweep, Arctic Uno.
Oh, okay. Take note, guys. This is a best of 3, so if ever, well, I guess it really depends, because if you end this series 2-0, it leaves us less opportunity to rake up a few extra bucks for charity. But then again, as far as being competitive, that's a different story. Speaking of Kurd, since you brought him up, let's talk about the decision between our two all-stars in the streamers category, which was Riku and Suzzysaur. So it was Kurd, by the way, that won the rock, paper, scissors, if I'm not mistaken. So at least from what I see here, between choosing Riku and Suzzysaur, Kurd was automatically decided on choosing Riku because, one of the things that I think, especially for the Riku fans, she's always smiling, she's always positive. And if you watch the stream from yesterday as well as last week, and when we did the AMA with Liyab Esports, Kurt is quite the happy guy as well. So it's a great match. It's a great match. And for Dodoy, looks like Suzzysaur, regardless, would have been his pick as well because of, again, another person that's very positive, just so energetic whenever you watch her streams and how she interacts with the community. Everybody loves her. So I guess in this case, between the streamers, both Kurt and Dodoy got who they wanted to play with. All's well, ends well.
Yeah, and more to the side of Dodoy, I think I remember him saying as well na for Suzzysaur kasi if ever that he did get or take Suzzysaur, mas bagay siya in terms of role sa team. Kasi meron na tayo Cresho support, and tama ba yung sinasabi ko? Yeah, kasi top lane main si Suzy. So, if ever they did get Riku, mas may clash talaga sa roles.
True. And in all fairness, like, Suzzysaur is not just a streamer. She's a pretty fierce competitor as well. We've seen her compete in the FSL with some great results. So, that's just in terms of, like, if you would have to compare Riku and Suzzysaur in terms of skill, you'd probably want to give it to Suzzysaur a bit more just because she does have the competitive experience. But of course, you don't want to discount Riku either because she comes with a lot of great game knowledge, being a caster herself for the Pacific Championship Series.
Yeah, that's true. But right now, again, since we are on a pause, taking a look a bit at the scoreline, 16-8. So, medyo advantage right now on the side of Team Kurd, and it actually is translated into this gold lead as we actually get resume na into the game. Mukhang nakapag-reconnect na dito si Rax.
Yeah. Looks like we're gonna be heading back into the action again. You guys are watching our all-star show match as the epic conclusion of our 2 weekends of Starforge between Team Kurd and Team Dodoy. It was your choice, your votes that got these players here. Question is, let's see how much they can raise more for our beneficiary, the Philippine Arts Center. And this is gonna be really good.
Yeah, really good is right. But right now, we do see that both teams are taking a little bit of a breather as we see Bokta actually trying to take down some plates here, but is medyo naipit siya kay Suzzysaur. Pero being a tank, Ornn, nothing too big comes out from that right now.
Nope, not at all. Let's go ahead and check out the progression of our junglers here. Crescio is leaning towards that bot side. Both junglers actually opposite sides of the map. So action could break out anytime. We are actually seeing some pings towards this bot lane. We've been seeing a lot of efforts from Team Dodo to shut down both Rox and Riku, and I think it's justified pretty much, but this also gives an opportunity for... Oh! Okay, that's going to be a knockup right there onto Rox after a beautiful pull-in coming in from Orthros. Meanwhile, here in the mid lane, Kurt's going to go straight in onto the Illusion, no care whatsoever, and he's now on a killing spree with that chase.
Yeah, pulling the trigger no for mid and bot side of the map, but I have to say nakapag-herald dito si Julie right now. Or are they going to be able to take this first tower? Let's see who's going to get it. This is big gold. Someone now ripped herald, pero bot side is also getting pushed from the side of Team Dodoy, and okay, mukhang nauna by half a second yata yung team ni Kurt dito, and they are still going for more. They are at tier 2 already for the mid lane.
They are not playing at all, and looks like they're still sticking around in that mid lane. Okay. They're trying to go for more. Sobrang sulit.
Sobrang sulit yun. Parang sobrang sulit lang ng Samgyup pagkatapos ng lockdown period.
Ako, sobrang miss ko na yung Samgyup. Talagang, you just had to mention it for Zerg.
My stomach growled kasi at that moment in time. So,
okay. Pero yun, sobrang unfortunate. Di nasama yung Ornn sa paglabas into the Baron pit. But question is, medyo upit din tong si Julie as he deals with 4 members coming in from the side of Team Dodoy. It's a good done deal. It was inevitable. Dodoy gets the kill.
That's a really good rotation coming in from Team Dodoy right there. Na-pincer yung team ni Kurd right there. And unfortunately, even if they did secure those 2 towers, that's 2 kills in exchange. But in terms of overall favorability, no, objectives pa rin yung mas importante dito. But speaking of objectives, because they were able to secure those 2 kills, Team Dodoy is now taking the dragon, the second dragon of the game. They do have priority for this, and they do end up taking it. That's 1 dragon for both teams, 1k each.
Yes, indeed. Of course, if you want to look at who has the heftier donation right now, but wait a minute, I'll have to hold that thought. Knockup going to connect onto Kurt. Gets drawn back in courtesy of Orthros, but look at Kurt, he's fighting for his life. 1 for 1 so far before Kurt went down, but it looks like Team Kurt, they smell blood, they want vengeance for their team captain, and it's almost a wipeout with only Rax standing coming from the base.
Yeah, that was a really good collapse here coming in from Team Kurt, no? Parang ano to, yung moments sa anime na one of the good guys gets compromised tapos biglang may rest back na. May rest back na.
Actually, I love how you were able to find that little anime story arc in this game.
Yeah, as we reference that, ito mukhang the tier 1 tower in the top lane gets secured by the side of Julie. 1 more objective into their pockets right now. In terms of gold lead, again, they still are maintaining this 4,000k gold lead. Pero still, pumapalag dito yung team ni Dodoy. Nakakapag-scale rin yung Yasuo niya slowly. But we have to note, Karthus.
Oh, man.
But wait. Oh.
Look at this, though. 3 members pincering in this Thorn. Unfortunately, just has no escape. Nobody in the vicinity coming from Team Kurt to be able to respond, and he goes down. That's an easy kill going to the red side. Let's go ahead and see if they could get a nice push in towards this mid lane. Julie, of course, already on the case, but Riku gets caught out. But Orthros has different plans. Goes straight on to Julie. Instead, Riku does manage to back away, but unfortunately for Julie, he can't. Orthros does end up being the sacrifice here, though. Again, Rox turn things around. He's very hot on pursuit to go for Suzy. Look at that damage coming from the Caitlyn. Suzzysaur, she's trying to walk this out. Kurt coming in from the backline, though, really wanting to cancel out any form of escape, and it's actually Kurt that manages to get the last hit, gets a kill, gets an additional to add up to a total of 7-2 on his score.
I think that was a little bit greedy on the side of Team Dodo. You know, they're not really at the point in the game, but hold that thought, Kurt.
Oh my!
Okay.
Like I said,
Uh,
Kurd has a mean Jace. We saw it in the PCS. The fact that he brought it here, pulling no punches, really wants to show what he's made of, wants to raise a lot of money for charity. Dodoy will be dealing with both Rox and Riku. Rox managing to flash away from that knockup, but it's Riku that gets the kill. It doesn't matter though, as long as nobody goes down. That was the objective. Bot lane for Team Kurd succeeds.
Grabe yung outlane na pinakita sa atin ni Rox right there. He actually E'd in on Caitlyn sa Krugs right there, knowing na he could take this Yasuo along with the support of Riku. He was confident that he would be able to flash dodge the knockup coming from Dodoy right there, and that was really fun to watch, Arctic, and I hope to see more of plays like this as the game progresses.
Yeah, mainit-init yung mga participants natin dito sa All-Stars, no? Like, yeah. I mean, they're all having fun, but they're also showing a competitive edge with how they've been going about these plays. But wait a minute, Ornn forced to flash away. Let's go ahead and see. Oh man, that's so unfortunate. 3 members gonna pincer him in once again. Called the Forge God though. Nobody unfortunately in the vicinity, just trying to prolong the inevitable as Rax gets the kill on his counterpart.
Meanwhile, here in the bottom side of the map, Kurd actually meets Suzzysaur and cast this ignite, and that is actually able to secure that kill. Not too big of an effort here from Kurd, but going back to what happened on the top side, Ornn is actually a really strong pick, but not by himself. If you are actually collapsed by 2, 3, 4 people, and you're not found within the premises of your team, medyo nagdi-diminish talaga yung use ng Ornn. As with any other champion naman, if you're caught overextending, ipapunish ka talaga.
Yeah, that was definitely unfortunate for Caleb there. Ideally, you want to see him shine. Okay, I'm going to have to hold that up because we have another fight breaking out. Orthor getting the connect onto Riku. Riku managing to escape, though unfortunately had to leave Rox left for dead as he ends up facing Dodo with the rest of his team. Let's go ahead and see Team Kurd. They're starting to converge, though. That's going to be the ultimate coming in from Julie. Deals a significant amount of damage. Forces Team Dodo to backtrack a bit. They don't want to stick around too long, but Kurd has other ideas as he manages to attack from behind. Unfortunately, Team Dodo wasn't able to get away fast enough and they lose the Nautilus as a result.
Ang ganda nung ginawang flank doon ni Kurd, and he's not finished. Going into Dodo, gets a kill, but his life is traded back right there. I think Kurd, I really feel how hungry he is to get those kills for himself. And looking at his build, he actually builds 3 straight lethality items, no, not even getting that bit of tankiness from the Black Cleaver. He's really out for blood right now.
Ay, nako. 28-17 sa scoreboard natin. At mukhang nagkaroon ng oportunidad ang Team Dodoy na makapag-dragon. Pero ito nga, nakita na Kaelon, kaya thinking twice, mukhang hinay muna dito ang Team Dodoy.
Yeah, as the Maokai ult is actually used to get a route onto the side of Team Kurd, but Lucian ult coming down to zone them off from the Dragon. Looks like a fight is about to break out.
Yeah, it's a fight breaking out. Suzzysaur unfortunately taking a lot of damage, but that was a nice set. Dodoy getting quite a lot of damage himself onto the members of Team Kurd, but Team Kurd, he's not going to leave his team left for down. He makes it in the nick of time. Unfortunately, they do lose out on 2 members, namely the bot lane for Team Kurd, but it doesn't matter. They managed to get a lot more as it's a 2-for-4 in favor of Team Kurd, and they get the Dragon as a cherry on top.
Yeah, I mean, good like spunk being shown here by Team Dodoy here, trying to secure objectives as much as they can. But right now, the thing they have to realize is Kurd is just in a position where no one can deal with him right now, and I feel like for Dodoy's team, they have to find a way to sort of avoid fights first until they sort of even out the goal difference right now. Kasi 11 kills on this chase, that's not something to scoff at all.
Definitely. Man, it was just looking at the start of that fight earlier. I actually love that Suzzysaur, got a good head start. Unfortunately, the follow-up damage didn't quite come as fast as they would have hoped, which is why by the time, in all fairness though, Dodoy was able to get Rox and Riku. But thinking about how it went down towards the start, probably could have been a bit more.
Yeah, that's true. And right now, a hook tries to come in from Orthros right here. Rox, actually, that Cliff was able to save Rox's life. And that's maybe a feels bad moment for a bit there. Pero nothing too big happening right now as that empowered Q from Kurd does not hit anyone. And mukhang the state of the game right now, ano to, Aram mid bang nagiging dating?
Mukhang nag-volt in na yung dalawang teams natin. Question is,
what is this?
I think Suzzysaur might have gotten spotted. There you go. But of course, pressure will just speed him out of there.
Yeah, that's not really the priority target that Amaokai wants to engage on that or no, kasi tanky nga siya. Pero mukhang half health. That empowered you chunk down half of Rax's health right there, and it just goes to show how strong Kurt is right now. But yeah, still looking for picks is the team of Dodoy here, camping Brushes, camping Raptors, but the Jace poke seems like it's too much to handle right now.
Oh my goodness! Sniperoni coming in from Kurt. The damage is insane. Pero tingnan nyo nga naman, actually hindi ko napansin to. Meron pa silang tinatagong Rip Herald na makakapush dito sa top side. Ultimate will come in from Suzzysaur in order to try to delay the onslaught of a push coming in from Team Kurt. Let's go ahead and see though. Of the Forge God doesn't find a connect, but looks like they're gonna take the fight. Fight is explosive. The chase is on. Dodoy, he's trying to back away, but that leaves the rest of his team vulnerable. Ultimate will come in from Julie. That's going to be a double kill for him. They're still on the pursuit. Ultimate will come in for Rox. Knockup comes in just to see if they could salvage at the last moment to try to take down a member of Team Kurt, but it's not going to work out. It's only Cresho that's alive. Inhibitor is taken down. Cresho, he has to keep it alive. Pero tingnan mo nga naman, for charity, balik muna tayo.
Yeah, 37 kills right now for the side of Team Kurd, and if ever they do win this game, 37k yan into, for the benefit of Philippine Heart Center. What happened at the top side of the map though, that was just basically a run over due to numbers advantage as well as the gold lead. Pero may napansin ako doon na medyo nakakatawa, like si Suzzysaur nag-cast siya ng ult, diba? Slowly creeping in onto the side of Team Kurd. Tapos parang si Riku nagalit siya, eto may ult rin ako, wave.
Nagkapalitan na ng skills kanina, you know. Pero take note, based on how much has been raised, since we're basing it off of not just the kills, guys, again, Baron and Dragon will count as well. We have a total of 39,000 versus 20,000. Again, it's only the winning teams stats that will come into play when we compute how much money we'll add into our current pool. But oh no, wait a minute. Riku took a bit of a hit from Cresho there, but she is a-okay, just heals it up like a champ.
Yeah, and walang malakas sa madami dito as a 5-man group up is coming in. Oh, shit.
Yeah, teleport. That's going to be the knockup onto Kurt. Dodoy really wants to take down his teammate, but unfortunately that leaves a lot of opportunity for Rod to just free hit. But Dodoy manages to catch him right away. Julie getting the kill onto Suzzysaur. Oh man, the kills are going down. Members of Team Dodoy going down. 3 members actually down. 2 members down from the side of Team Kurt in exchange. Riku trying to run this out. Luckily managed to get the bubble, but Kurt managing to catch up and take the takedown on his fellow Liyab teammate.
That was a beautiful bubble predict there coming in from Riku on the Nami, demonstrating her prowess talaga sa utility support nito. And right now, Cresho is busy clearing the super minions right now. Sobrang low na siya. Hindi naman siya mamamatay. Nandito na si parang Orthros as well as Suzzysaur to help him out defend the base. But right now, looks like Team Kurd is going to be focusing on this third Drake. One more Drake. After this, it's already going to be that soul. This mountain soul.
Yeah, this mountain Drake is going to be very beneficial for Team Kurd. Going to give them a little bit more staying power in the midst of these pushes. So this should be really interesting. I mean that if you look at 2 mountain Drakes, that's plus 12% of armor and magic.
Oh, look at this though. Is this a sneaky play coming in from Team Dodoy here? There's no vision for Team Kurd right now. They are taking this Baron fast, but Rax gets collapsed on by Kurd, and he does get deleted. Arthos coming in. They know they're at Baron. We'll have to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's taking a bit of a while for them to take it down. It does give enough time for Team Kurd to come in, but they managed to secure it. Question is, can they get out? That's the knockup onto Kurd as it's the 4-man collab. Looks like the rest of Team Kurd will try to take it out. The rest of the members of Team Dodoy, though, Dodoy does go down. Orthos will be the next to fall. A recall does manage to come in from Suzzysaur. She manages to save her Baron buff. Can Kresho do the same as well? Julie will try to come in, slows down Kresho. Kresho will try to roll with the punches, but unfortunately he's just too much for him to deal with as 4 members collapse onto him.
Yeah, I mean, kudos to Team Dodoy for that sneaky, proactive play, getting that Baron for themselves. They actually do get Kurd's life as well because he jumped into the pit by himself. But that bought enough time for his teammates to help him out and turn the tables around. And right now, it is 4v2. Looks like they do back off from trying to take down this tier 3 tower in the mid lane. But this just means merong natitirang Baron buff dito sa side ni Team Dodoy. Let's see what they managed to get out from this.
Yeah, luckily Suzzysaur was able to preserve the buff. That means one way or another, they have a tool to work with to kind of slow down the shoves coming in from the side of Team Kurd. They really want to try to keep up the defense as much as possible until such time that they get on equal footing with the side of Team Kurd. But given the goal difference, it's such a hefty climb that they have to go for. It is doable though. We saw it in some of these team fights where if they get an optimal set for Dodoy, and so long as Dodoy doesn't go out early on in the fights, then they can still contend. Oh,
yeah, right now. Ooh.
Fight will commence. Look at Bokuto just soaking all that damage. Like a champ gets a 3-man knock-up onto the members of Team Dodoy. Dodoy will respond with the ultimate of his own, but unfortunately all the primary damage dealers coming in from the side of Team Kurd are up and kicking. Looks like they will continue the pursuit. Rox not slowing down whatsoever, just needs that one last hit. They're trying to walk it through. Riku gonna give her that speed boost. Rax will respond with some damage of his own, but unfortunately Rox, moment of stasis for him that grants him all the survivability in the world. That will be the shutdown courtesy of pressure going on to Kurd. Suzzysaur, look at all that sustenance courtesy of her passive. She's still in the game, but it's not gonna be for long though. Julie will recall. Rox just looking for that last hit. Okay, medyo naglalaro pa sila dito, but Take No Kresho actually getting the takedown onto Riku, but looks like enough was enough. Rox decides to finally take down Suzzysaur, and man oh man, what an extended fight.
Yeah, si Julie doon sa bandang huli, mukhang for the benefit of Rox as the yung tinayuan niya na lang doon, yun yung naging beneficiary sa loob ng game na to. Pero really interesting to see. Yung Team Dodoy, they're not giving up. They're still looking for these 5-man plays. Unfortunately, Suzzysaur trailed a bit behind right there, approaching that really big team fight. Pero still, right now, we see this Yasuo for Dodoy is already 4 items strong. Bloodthirster, IE. Also that GA and PD. Full crit to with sustain. He has karma support for that sustenance like you mentioned kanina. And I feel like if Team Dodoy manages to get a good pick off on to either Kurd or Rox or maybe even Ruli, they can really push for more.
Speaking of more, Kurd just...
Okay.
Oh man, the squishier targets on the side of Team Dodoy is vulnerable to Kurd, but beautiful collapse coming in from Team Dodoy just to make sure that they get rid of all that damage Kurd could have dealt in this fight. But wait a minute, where's the rest of the damage coming in from Team Kurd? They're a bit late for the party, but looks like Rox does make it. Suzzysaur gonna try to zone the rest of the members of Team Kurd away. But unfortunately, that's not going to prevent Rox. Rox is just hitting from that backline, gets the double kill. Can he go for the triple? There's the triple onto Orthros. There's the quadra, and that's the ace. Go into Team Kurd. Are they going to go for the finish? Looks like we see a few pings for Dragon.
Yeah, for Dragon instead. Mukhang they want to get that what do you call this mountain drake into their pockets, and this is just going to make them even tankier and harder to kill for the side of Team Kurd right now. But okay, mukhang half of the kills of Team Kurd right now is yung amount of kills sa side ng Team Dodoy. But I keep going back. They're still looking for plays. Laban pa rin ang laban. This is stack team for both sides of this game, and we are seeing this. Pero I mean, dalawa kasi yung carry right now sa side ni Team Kurd, no? Siya as well as Rox. Lucian, Rax on Lucian right now has yet to get his scaling down, and Lucian itself is a champion that does not scale quite as well as Caitlyn and Kurt into the late game. So we will have to see. I feel like it's really gonna come down to teamwork here on the side of Team Dodoy.
Yeah, definitely. And it's like Team Dodoy definitely not going to feel any pressure just yet. They're still keeping up the defense, able to establish solid enough vision just to make sure that Team Kurt doesn't get full control. Riku unfortunately going to get caught up between all the members of Team Dodoy. Beautiful collapse, in which case looks like it will be Caleb trying to zone the rest of the members out. That's going to be the double kill. Julie, of course, will be supplementing with an ultimate. That's a lot of damage. On the flip side, Kurt coming in now. He's ready to just snipe everybody one by one. Team Dodoy, they're going to be on the run. Nice flash away coming in from Suzzysaur just to make sure that she keeps alive and kicking. Total casualty count, 2 from the side of Team Kurt, 1 from the side of Team Dodoy. That's going to be a win for Team Dodoy, in which case.
Yeah, and it all started with Orthros right there flashing into Riku, but okay. I think we've seen this happen 3 or 4 times already this game na. Kurt just comes smashing down onto Cresho on this Karma jungle, and parang nawawala lang siya. Parang mosquito pinakbo.
Oh man, look at this though. A Temper Baron coming in from Team Kurt. Dodoy does manage to sniff this out though. Already in that Baron pit. Where's the rest of the team there?
Oh my gosh!
Woo! The steal! The steal coming in from Team Dodoy! Alam nyo guys, Dodoy isn't a jungler for a reason. Kahit wala akong smite, masisteal ko pa rin yan.
Confident, and he was just by himself there. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to say right there. I guess parang miracle ba yun nangyaring yun? Pero they did not have the card to smite actually right there for Julie, but mid lane inhibitor going down right now. Kahit nakakuha ng Baron yung team ng side ni Dodoy, push pa rin ang push dito ang side ni Kurt. 2 inhibitors going down for in their favor too.
Yeah, man, that's a lot of value that Team Kurt is getting. Looks like they will be making that transition towards bot side though to rendezvous with Julie, just so that they could really nail it in onto Team Dodoy. Dodoy will be up now, so it does look like they will be at least be able to try to mount the defense. Looks like inhibitor turret not going to be long of this world though. Ultimate will come in from Orthros. Riku responds with an ultimate of her own. Look at Curtis going straight. Unfortunately, will get caught. Nice ultimate coming in from Dodoy, but it does seem that it did take a while. Curtis down, so is Julie. They will try to go for more. Double kill for Rox. And a lot of members decimated from the side of Team Dodoy. There are still 2 remaining. Make that just 1 in the form of Orthros. Ooh, Rox takes quite a bit of damage from that fountain, but Orthros still manages to hold his own, gets to connect on to Caleb. Caleb getting the knockup in exchange. Rox gets the final touches of hits and the takedown. That's going to be an ace for Team Kurt. Looks like we're finally going to get the finish we were looking for.
Yeah, and that is going to be the ace, and this is actually I was like, are they gonna finish this game already? But no, Bokoto decides to do something on his own, and
3,000 pesos!
Oh my, 3,000 pesos coming in right now. It's really hard to describe what we just witnessed right here. Like one by one, they just started to walk into the fountain as if nagayuma sila nung fountain right there. I guess this is para give chance to sa team ni Dodoy right there. But going back into the team fight, wow. At the start, it was a bit of a back and forth. But that 3-4-man knockout, not really sure, coming in from Bokoto on this Ornn turned the tables around talaga, I feel. And it's really great. Like, this goes to show that Ornn is a real power pick right now, be it in the pro scene or an all-star match here in the Philippines for the benefit of the Philippine Heart Center. Thank you everyone for tuning in right now.
Oh man. Let's see though. Kurt, looks like they'd have to knock Suzzysaur back. Still, Julie managing to deal the finishing blow with the Karthus ultimate knockup will go on to Kurt. Kurt unfortunately gonna get caught between a rock and a hard place. Left, he still manages to tell, but nope! Orthros says, come back here, my friend. Caleb dealing with 4 members. Look at how tanky that Ornn is, but he's not gonna be long in this world any further. It's Dodoy that gets the kill as they continue the defense.
Yeah, and it's plays like this, yung mga 2-for-1, 2-for-0. these are the things that Team Dodoy should be looking to get, and they are actually connecting with these plays, and this is giving them this breathing room right now to fight back. But I don't think this would have happened kung hindi nangyari yung three-man walk up to the fountain doon kanina nung nanalo
Right.
kanina yung team ni Kurd, no? I guess
Yeah.
it's just both teams really having fun right now.
Definitely. And you have to take note though, even with the quote unquote good intention coming in from the three members of Team Curd, if they win this game, those skills technically aren't gonna count. Because we're only counting the winning team here, guys. Oh, knockup coming in onto Julian. Good timing on the stasis though, just to make sure that he stays alive and kick it. Dodoy though will just have to back away. Look at that damage onto Dodoy though. Just one more hit. He's still gonna live though. Guardian Angel will be proc. Unfortunately for Riku, takes a little bit too much of damage that she can handle. It goes down to Crescio.
This feels bad moment right there. Walang magawa si Rico doon. Eats a calling to the face. Naroon siya, no? Naroon siya ni Suzzysaur. But yeah, like you said just a while ago, whoever the winning team is, yung stats nila, yung kills, Dragon, and Baron ang mapupunta, ang makakalculate for the benefit of Philippine Heart Center. As I say that, this is the Elder Drake on top of the Dragon Soul coming in for Team Curd.
Exactly, and here we go. Pushes are coming in. Julie popping that ultimate just to, make his presence known for the side of Team Dodoy. Pero mukhang ito na nga ata yung magiging moment na tatapusin na ng Team Curd ang laban. Pero magpapaawat pa ang Team Dodoy? Siyempre hindi! And here's the team fight that we were looking for. Dodoy going on to Curd. They're really making sure to take down one of the aces on the side of the blue team. And look at this, Team Dodoy is still alive and kicking. Take note though, Caleb taking all that damage, but the members of Team Curd are going down one by one. Rox though still manages to sustain himself, and that's gonna be the ace. Mukhang ito na talaga ang magiging picture-perfect finish para sa Team Curd.
Sure ka ba dyan, Articuno? Mukhang tingnan natin kung mag-walk up ulit sila sa Fountain Part 2. I don't think so. Even if they do so, the creeps are actually gonna finish the game for them. And that was a really fun game to watch right there. 69 kills coming in for Team Curd in the end.
Yes, 69 kills, 4 regular dragons, 1 Elder Drake, 1 Baron. That's 70,000 something. We'll confirm with our operations to get the final number on how much there is in this game one. But yeah, winning team will be Team Curd, and it will be their increments in champion kills, dragon takedowns, and baron takedowns that will be counted towards the pool that we have for Starforge, which is already more than 400,000 pesos. That's a lot of money.
Wow, that's a lot of money. And speaking of a lot of money was raised in that game. 69 kills, again, coming in from Team Curd. I want to ask you, Articuno, sino yung player that you were most impressed by in this first game?
Oh man, that's so hard. I'm gonna give for both sides, I guess. Let's see. For the side of, let's start with Team Dodoy first. I really liked how Suzzysaur was such a team player in this game. She was really making sure that she gets the job done with setting up for her team. Complementary with Orthros as well on that Nautilus. But then again, that's what you'd expect when you're running both the Maokai as well as the Nautilus. On the flip side for Team Curd, I don't know. I'd have to give it to Curd. He just kept on sniping people down, but you also have to give kudos to Rox as well, who was really good at keeping distancia, amigo. Kumbaga, perfecto nilang social distancing hanggang sa laro na to.
Yeah, actually, at the end team fight right there, I saw him getting swarmed by a Nautilus and a Maokai right in his face. Pero unfortunately for them, nakapag-scale na ng todo yung Caitlyn pick niya. And by the way, actually, right now we are up to 493,000 pesos raised. After that game, so close to 500,000 pesos, half a mil getting raised for the benefit of the Philippine Heart Center.
That is a lot of money, and money that is going to be very well utilized, in which case, especially what's going on. Again, we'd like to thank everybody that is watching right now, along with our all-stars that are participating and made time this Sunday evening to participate in our show match, again, for a really great. Oh man, going into game 2, gaya nga ng na-mention natin kanina, balak talaga ni Kurt na he really wants to go for the 2-0. And he's already one game away from doing that.
Yeah, that's true. And I have to say, like, even if there were multiple overlaps in terms of yung primary role for both teams, in terms of performance, we really see how enthusiastic all of these players are, how all of these players are coming together talaga to have fun, to make a difference, you know, and it's really great now that we're all actually just stuck home right now in a period of ECQ.
Yeah, not really much to. But you know what? With all the action, I think we need to take a quick breather for
Mm-hmm.
Zerk. I started losing track of a lot of those fights because of everything that just kept on happening. We'll be taking a quick break, guys. Once again, you are watching Starforge. We are your casters through and through this best of three. I'm Mark Takuno. With me is Furzark, and we'll catch you guys for game number 2 for our All-Star show.
Justin, naka-pick and ban na.
Okay. Are we actually live right now? Can you guys see us on stream? If you can, then. Yeah, we and Berserk are just, taking our time to chill. But it does seem that we are already on pick and ban, in which case we'll just head straight into the action, or not action just yet, but at least, the prequel to the actual action, because game one was absolutely jam-packed from what we had earlier for Zerk.
Yeah, it was. And looks like we actually get to see this Yasuo getting banned by Creed here. He doesn't want to see this Dodoy on Yasuo ever again. Pero Ornn getting locked in, that is actually a steal on the side of Team Dodoy. They don't want to see, on the other hand, this Ornn getting taken away by the other team. But Silas is a known counter, proven and tested to Ornn, because he can just steal that ultimate away from him. And this is, Galaxy Brain talaga yung counter pick na to.
Wondering though, is this Silas going to be going to Curd based on the trend so far? Again, we did kind of get the idea that a lot of the participants will just lean towards choosing their own picks. So if that's going to be the same case, it could be an interesting opportunity to see some Silas from Curd looking at this side. So Suzzysaur locking in the Syndra. I'm not sure if this is going to go to her since she is playing top lane. But then again, anything goes for our All-Star Show match. Anybody can still go anywhere. So let's see if that will maybe be the case, or maybe they'll just swap around.
Yeah, and right now, mukhang we're getting some top tier picks getting locked in for both sides. Kindred is actually another known soft counter to Ornn, because when that Ornn horn comes in, it's a really, really kumbaga, impactful engage, and Kindred with his ult can somehow mitigate that. So this is probably some sort of secure by the side of Team Dodoy in case na they're thinking of this counter. But yeah, a Braum getting secured right now by Bokoto actually, and this is actually something that deals really well with the Ornn ult.
True.
Yeah.
And you also have to account for what happened during the pick and ban in game one, where the Braum actually did get banned away. So this time looks like Riku will get the chance to flex some Braum this game. Let's see how that goes. But we are going to be entering the second rotation of bans. Thresh will be thrown out to not really counter, but at least, try to minimize how much impact Orthros can have as a support in this game.
Yeah, and as opposed to the bans coming in from Team Dodoy during the first game, we are now seeing AD carry centric bans. Nakita nila yung performance ni Rox nung game 1, and it was very impressive coming in for this former pro player, now turned streamer. And Sivir, Caitlyn, two really, really targeted bans coming in right now. But they do respond with this final Nautilus ban. And lastly, Ezreal, three straight ADC bans coming in from the side of Team Dodoy.
Yeah, really trying to minimize what Walks can bring to the table. But, this is interesting. The Lucian was left open. This is champion, which is also great with the Braum. So I'm surprised that they let it through. But then again, you could only work with so many bans.
Yeah, that's true. I think I would have wanted to see this Lucian ban come in instead of this Sivir, but these final two lock-ins coming in from Team Dodoy. Zed, always fun to watch. Heimerdinger, sometimes even more fun to watch. And I'm just waiting to see saang lane to pupunta. Saang lane sila pupunta. Because, Zed, I have a feeling this Kindred is not gonna be jungling right now, because Crescio, he just pulls whatever out talaga, be it support or jungle, kahit anong champion ginagamit niya for whatever role. But yeah, on the other end though, Team Curd, their last pick is this Kindred, which is known to be a priority pick even in pro play, and looks like it's going to Curd for the mid lane, not top, not bot, but mid.
Ooh, snap! So okay. Interesting. So let's talk about these compositions. Um,
Mm.
Heimerdinger,
Mm.
Sendra bot lane. That's a lot of AP boom boom pow that they're bringing.
Yeah, that's true. And I have to say, in terms of being able to push in the wave, I would have to give it to Dodoy's bot lane, no? Compared to Lucian Braum. They do have the stronger all-in potential because
Right.
Lucian Braum, it's really easy to proc that passive from Braum. But if if they are planning to secure priority in lane, then it's gonna be really easy for Dodoy and Orthros. Tapos let's go naman to the mid lane. This is Zed, Rax on Zed versus Kurd on Kalista. Early on, I expect Kalista to win just because he's ranged and Rend stacks can just, you know, delete this Zed in a snap of a finger. But we will have to see once both turn level 6, get to level 6, Zed can delete Kalista by himself too.
Yeah. I'm trying to. Yeah, you know what? I mean, anything can happen in All Stars. I'm not gonna think about it that much anymore. I'm just gonna let the action just let itself unfold naturally. I mean, this is, I guess, a good platform nonetheless for the players to not only raise money for charity, show what they got, but also have a bit of fun out there. And our audience couldn't really see it, but me and Ferzer get a peek of what's going on in all chat. And yeah, the guys are really having fun. There's no negativity, no bad feelings with what's happening in game. Each player is playing their hearts out there and just having a ball on Summoner's Rift. So yeah, just to all the viewers out there, hope you guys are having just as much fun watching the mayhem unfold as these players are letting it happen.
Yeah, and speaking of fun, no, as much fun that all everyone again is having right now, this is all for the benefit of the Philippine Heart Center, and this has been going on for the past few days, last weekend to this weekend, from show matches to invitationals to again community show matches. Tuloy-tuloy lang tayo dito in making a difference, no? And
Definitely.
Arctic Uno, for this second game
Oh
of
no.
this All-Stars show match, sa tingin mo ba makakabawi dito ang team ni Dodoy?
Oh man. I mean, looking at the composition that they have, they might actually have a chance. I think who I'm really gonna keep my eye on is Rax on this Zed because he has a lot of juicy targets as a Zed. Looking at the composition that Team Kurd is bringing to the table, but then again, as one of the favorite Korean imports for the Philippines said before this all started, he wants that 2-0. So let's see, Team Dodoy though. I'm really liking their chances in this game too. I think if they play their cards right in the early game. Because I think a lot of
Yeah.
the what happens at the early game is going to be crucial for them if they want to
Yeah,
make.
that's true. With any other game actually, like regardless of your team comp, if a team actually manages to secure a somewhat insurmountable early game lead,
Mm.
even though your team is has the weaker composition early and you have to scale first, pero kung kayo naman ang nanalo ng sobrang laki early, that's already a win brewing. But we have to see though, because in terms of team compositions right now, uh parang mas brusco yung gustong ipakita dito ng team ni Curd right now. Fighters talaga kung fighters, and a bit more flexibility coming in from the team of Dodoy. We have this Heimerdinger which can peel for himself. Kindred ult for support. Syndra with that burst, Zed with that split push potential, and Ornn from that engage. Whereas yon, sa side naman ni Team Curd, Kalista known to be a really strong pick, and sino kaya ang babato niya? Probably Braum. But again, we will have to see because a lot of things can happen, like you said, and maybe what's best really is to let the action unfold naturally, like you said a while ago, Articuno.
Yeah, because I mean, these, especially these show matches, we already got a glimpse of how chaotic it can get from the Teletigers game last weekend Friday. So what I will say though is the All Stars, I'm not disappointed the least bit. This is what I live for as a caster. We just get all this action. I kind of get lost in these team fights every now and then just because of how crazy they get. But you know what? Let's see if they get even crazier as we head into game number 2 for our All-Star Show match. It is Team Dodoy on the blue side versus Team Curd on the red side, with our All-Stars hailing from the Manila and Visayan collegiate scene, along with our lovely streamers and former pros. Only one can reign victorious in this best of 3. Team Curd already won up. Can they get the 2-0 over Team Dodoy, equal the playing field 1-1? We'll find out as we head on to the action on the Rift.
Yeah, and we will have to see right here, mukhang defensive play ang pipilian ng team ni Dodoy right here as they clump up in the tri-brush at the bot side. Meanwhile, on the other end, sa mid lane, nothing too much happening here. Both teams opting to look for a proactive play, but I think they are spotted out by this ward getting left in the pixel brush right here. But they do manage to get some early vision here on the Raptor side for on Team Dodoy. But look, an invade with Sweeper's Lens. Sure sila hindi warded, pero mukhang magtatagpo yata yung teams dito. But no, deep vision getting placed down as well from the side of Team Dodoy.
Yeah, looks like both sides will manage to spot each other, and because of that, you know what, hinay-hinay muna tayo, guys. Wag na natin ipagpilitan, and yeah, all's well, all is peaceful on Summoner's Rift. For now, at least. For now.
Yeah, mahirap talaga pag may mga bagay na pinipilit, di ba?
Outs!
Iba-iba yung mga experience natin dyan. As speaking of experience, Suzzysaur experiences this abscond of duck really early. But actually, Bokoto loses out on this trade, the top lane.
Yeah. Oh, man. But yeah, you know what? Experiences Bokuto. Okay, he's gonna go.
Okay.
But Suzzysaur, she is painful. Regenerating just a little bit. Looks like Suzzysaur won't force the pursuit though. Bokuto will be a-okay, but has to be a bit more careful. Suzzysaur is pretty tanky on this, or not to mention deals just the raw damage as is something you don't want to underestimate.
Yeah, like a bit of underestimating here coming in from Bokoto here. Like I said, mahirap pag pinipilit like the trades right now. Looking at this, but he's going in right again, and he loses for the 3rd time on this trade. Is Suzzysaur gonna get this first blood on Bokoto? 2 flashes coming out from both of them. Tower dive by Suzzysaur. She dies in return, but that is the first blood getting secured by this Ornn.
Man, top side is juicy. Only less than 3 minutes into the game. Meanwhile, looking towards the spot lane, Dodoy and Orthros getting a nice push in rocks, and Riku have to keep their distance a bit, have to play it a little bit more defensive, like you mentioned. Just the raw damage output and the all-in is something that they have to be wary of. Coming in from both Dodoy and Orthros, running the Syndra in. I'm a dagger, pero down to naman tayo dito sa top lane. Look at all the sustain coming in, but you have to be careful. Cresho coming in from the back line. Bokuto has no choice but to commit. Just a few more hits. Can he get it? No, it's actually Suzzysaur, but unfortunately Suzzysaur falls as well. Gets a few more hits from those minion waves, and yeah, 1-for-1 again towards top side.
And meanwhile, on the bottom side of things, Skull Crab getting secured by Julie over here. But going back to what happened a while ago at the top side of things, that was really good pathing coming in from Cresho on this Kindred. Meanwhile, Rax...
Snap! Oh, interesting. Julie though, okay, manages to Jollibee drive through, gets the kill, you know, just casually walking by, getting the last hit.
Nakakagutom naman yung reference mo, Articuno.
Mabawi lang ako sa Samgyup reference mo kanina.
That's true. Oh my gosh, I'm getting really hungry as mukhang gutom rin yung bot lady Dodoy, hungry for a bawi win kumbaga against etong sina Rox. But going back, Julie actually flashing in for that kill sa mid lane a while ago. I'm not sure if he had, yeah, he did have smoke screen available. Not sure why he didn't opt to use that instead, but a kill is a kill. Right
Sure.
now, 2 to 3, 5 minutes into the game, mukhang dead even. Nalaban na to.
Oh man, Riku managing to get the connect to make sure that the Guardian procs to grant some extra survivability for Rocks in this bot lane. But take note of the pressure that Crescio has been putting on the top side in exchange, knowing very well that they could capitalize on the squishiness of the Silas in the earlier minutes. Oh, but unfortunately Rocks wasn't able to dash away out of that. Meanwhile, pressure towards top side. Suzzysaur will secure that last hit, and once again, oh wait a minute! Unfortunately, stays a little bit too long under that turret and manages to fall as well. Again, another trade-off top lane for top lane.
This is very interesting to see as 3-4-3 right now. See Suzzysaur in terms of getting the kills, but unfortunately giving away that kill back to Bokuto. But I'm really happy to see that there is a lot of proactiveness coming in from Crescio over here. He seems to be unfazed by that loss during game 1, but meanwhile we see that Julie has other plans, looking to secure that really early first Drake and the bot side of things.
And one thing you have to take note, 5 minutes into the game, scoreboard is still looking pretty equal for both sides. But what I'm really looking forward to here is that since Crescio is running something like Kindred, you know, Karma, he don't really have as much of an impact as a jungler. But as a Kindred, this is where Crescio can truly flex some muscles. So I'd like to see whether or not he could keep up the pace as what we've been seeing in that top lane.
Yeah, that's true. I really actually am very excited to see what Crescio can do on this Kindred pick. And right now, bot lane is actually parang nag-shift yata yung momentum dito as Kurd sticks a spear onto Rax 2 for that matter. He does not pop the Ren though.
Yeah, meanwhile towards this bot lane, Dodoy and Arthurs just continue to bring the damage onto Rox. Riku gonna connect that skill shot to slow down the pursuit from Dodoy. Rox does manage to back away safely. Unfortunately, does have to make a recall back again. This is really hurting him in terms of keeping up in the level game.
Yeah, that's true. And Crescio looking to be spotted out right here. Julie jumping in, confident that he can take this 2v2 fight along with Kurd. And they do actually manage to chunk Crescio out. TP coming in though.
Yeah, unfortunately the damage wasn't enough, but Dodoy actually managing to make it. Kurt, not really much mana to work with any long. Actually, Julie will have to just inject himself as Team Dodoy secures the kill onto Kurt.
Oh, etong si Dodoy with the TP coming in. You know what, Kurt? You take Julie, I'ma take your life. Flashan kita, I'ma land this stun. And early on in this game, Dodoy looks to really show Kurd what his team has to offer. And as we say that, trades are coming in once more for top lane. Both junglers are actually here, present, not actually spotting each other out. Mukhang nag-ring around the rosy dito. Si Crescio at si Julie. And mukhang, oh, good knockup coming in from Suzzysaur. And Dapple Stars is here for the respo, but Ornhorn comes in and also helps secure that kill. That is another kill. This time, walang trade kill. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wala nang trade kill na nangyari.
Yeah, Suzzysaur manages to survive with a slither of health, luckily. Not to mention, still very, very tanky. Junie will go 1v1 against Crescio here. Both junglers are at level 6. Kurt will be making the response even faster. Looks like that will be the Lamp Spy popped up. Suzzysaur has to be careful as well. Julie managing to establish some difference, but unfortunately Suzzysaur just way too tanky. Suzzysaur managing to flash away. That will be a 1-for-1. Will the pursuit continue? No, Kurt calls it quits. And that will be both junglers down, down, down.
Yeah, lots of action coming in here. Very jungler-centric ang nagiging action dito sa early part of the game right now. Oh, those are so many missiles getting sound by Dodoy. Grabe yung damage nun. Buti nakapag heal dito si Rox, knowing na mamamatay siya kung hindi siya nakapag-heal. But wow, Dodoy is really hungry to win as Rax is still finds himself in a similar situation as 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes back, getting pushed in by Kurd as expected. This is indeed a Kalista pick into the mid lane, so medyo take that punish for now before mag transition into the mid game.
Definitely. It's not going to be an easy start here for Team Riku in which case, considering how things have been laying out so far between both teams. But oh, wait a minute, Kurd. A little bit of an overextension there as he gets caught by Crescio. Looks like Rax will be backing away, but Crescio just brings around the damage, but it's Rax that actually gets the last hit, in which case, looks like it will be Caleb constantly getting the push up towards that top side though.
Yeah, but I have to say, Kurt, maybe he's getting a little bit too ahead of himself. He did not have vision around the mid lane when he chose to move past River, trying to pressure Rax even more. We do see a 20 CS lead being secured by him for the mid lane, but that kill back onto him means that this Red is gonna turn into a threat for the side of Team Dodoy soon.
Yeah, meanwhile, it looks like Rox and Riku finally managed to get a little bit of an extension towards Dodoy and Orthros' side, but unfortunately couldn't really stick around long to get some of that turret plating. They will have to back away, respect the damage output coming in from both Dodoy and Orthros. This is proving to be quite the test for Team Kurt, but on the flip side, this is great for Team Dodoy. I'd also like to highlight this beautiful build-up coming in from Suzzysaur. I mean, 4-3-1 right now, and we already saw how tanky she is. This is going to be a huge benefit when Team Dodoy really starts looking for all these smaller skirmishes to bigger team fights.
Yeah, unfortunately that stun didn't land, but the fight is...
Oh, knock-up coming in from Riku. Instant decimation onto Dodoy. Can they go for more? They want to be careful. Orthros managing to get the vengeance kill onto Riku, and exchange calls for Forge Cards, managing to find the connect onto Julie, but Suzzysaur will just have to back away for now. Bokuto looking for a connect, unfortunately does not land it, in which case Suzzysaur charges and gets the knockup onto Julie, but here comes Kurt from the back line. Take note, that Zed is going to be joining the party as well. Kurt taking way too much damage. Luckily, will he survive to tell the tale? Yes, he does, but look at the damage coming in from Crescio. In exchange, that's still 3 members that he's dealing with from Team Kurt. Looks like both sides will back away for now, particularly Team Kurt. What a fight!
Yeah, all members on the bot side of the map, all particularly low. Pero mukhang ito si Dapplestar, si Crescio finds Julie in the brush. Actually, Julie finds him. And there is Rax here present to help him secure this kill. And this is Dragon priority going on to the side of Team Dodoy over here. Looks like they are going to be able to secure this quite easily. 1-for-1 Drakes for now, as the 12th minute of the game is about to come into play.
Yeah, definitely. And just looking at the scoreboard, this is a different tale that we're seeing in comparison to Game 1. Game 1 was pretty Team Kurt dominant, but this time around, it's almost looking even, but slightly tilting towards the favor of Team Dodoy. Team Dodoy has gotten a great start here, but then again, what you also want to look out for here is whether or not Team Kurt can get the climb in once they hopefully look for those optimal item spikes to match.
Yeah, that's true, and I am inclined to attribute this to Crescio being on a carry jungler right now instead of a utility or support-based jungler like Karma, but it's still an overall team effort as that the stun does land coming in from Orthros, and calling back in retaliation coming in from Rox right here, as we see this tower is actually about to fall. Let's see if they can take this down.
Yeah, but Rox will try to keep up the defense, seeing that Crescio is in the party. There's nothing much that Dodoy will get the kill. Riku, will she live to tell the tale? Unfortunately, with that much damage, Lamster's fight will give her a little bit of staying power, but with that tower down, it's a good done deal. 2-0 in favor of Team Dodoy.
Wow, I have to say that was really intelligent pathing coming in from Crescio over here, seeing that Tier 1 tower is about to go down thanks to the pushing power of Heimerdinger coupled with Syndra, but on the other side of things, Kurt is busy taking stacks from the mid lane tower and is about to go down as well. But Rax seems to be here approaching the mid lane. Mukhang madedepensahan niya naman to. But again, wow, that's a really good play coming in for the side of Team Dodo in the bot lane.
Yeah, so far, this proactivity coming from Crescio has been proving to be very beneficial. And okay, knockup will go on to Julie. Unfortunately, just way too overwhelming. It's Suzzysaur that once again gets the kill, leading the fray for her team.
Yeah, and not just overwhelming, overextended is Julie here getting caught out. You are the jungler of LG Julie. You can't do that. Coach is mad. But okay lang. Pero okay lang naman yun. Again, this is all these skills. But of course, for the winning team, no, for the benefit to of Philippine Hearts Center, we are raising money to donate to make a difference. And again, all of us right now, casting, being part of this game, we're all contributing.
Look at that though. Orthros managing to supplement with its own form of damage, holding off the takedown onto Cresho, and it actually benefits them as a little bit too much of an overreach. Calum goes down. What are they going to do? Oh, wait a minute. Looks like Team Dodo going to go for the full collapse. Julie will be the next to fall. Flash away from Riku just to prevent any further casualties from the side of Team Kurd. But, oh, she actually meets up with Orthros. Looks like Kurd will get the vengeance kill to his counterpart as they get the shutdown onto Zed. But still, that's a lot of more benefit going to Dodoy. Ultimate will be brought Orthros. Ooh, nice landing of the skill shot from Dodoy, called the Forge God to try to land Kurd. That's just way too many members for him to deal with. And that'll be the ace for Team Dodo.
Wow, that was actually a really prolonged back and forth there in terms of trading damage, trading kills, but who comes out on top? It is actually Team Dodoy, and right now, the scoreline is 18 to 10, 15 minutes in. 4K gold lead. This is actually an extremely similar situation to the first game, except that things have flipped. The tables have turned.
Definitely. Oh, wait a minute. Looks like they really want to try to shut down Crashu here. 417 on the Scrindred, by the way. But yeah, to be careful. Suzzysaur is with him, and Suzzysaur has proven to be quite the setter with this Ornn just because of how much of a build-up that she got from the earlier minutes of this game, and it's really proving to play to her advantage. She's reaping the benefits. She's just able to tank up all this damage for her team in the midst of setting up in these team fights, and it's just scary to think of how much more potent this is going to get. But oh, wait a minute, 1v1 right now, Dodoy. Man. Calum just had no chance.
That was a beautiful setup by himself coming in from Dodo and that Tribe Rush. He knew. I don't know how, but he knew. He did have vision, no? In the opponent's side of the jungle, but it was really smart of him to really know that he could take the life of Bokoto if ever he did decide to path in that manner, and so he did. And Dodoy gets rewarded for that. Really good. More pressure coming in from the side of Team Dodoy right now, and I think because of that kill, they are rewarded with Dragon priority right now. As you see, Dappled Stars, Cresho is slowly chipping away at that Dragon HP.
Oh man, this is gonna be second Drake for Team Dodoy, 3 in total. But oh, there's gonna be the spot out from that orb. Okay, 1910. Whew, and another dragon. Looks like Team Dodoy definitely gonna be that. Oh, will it be enough of a pop? No, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, this. Orange Horn though.
Man. Call of the Forge God goes to Suzzysaur. Nice dive. Oh, but this is going to be very dangerous. Riku will try to re-engage the fight. Kurd getting the kill onto Orthros. Will be enough, though. Looks like Calum will join the party as well. Lamb's Strike will be popped up. Does the Grand Crash a little bit more staying power. Here we go. Fortunately, the trade of damage is just too much for Team Kurd to deal with. It's actually Dodoy that's getting to the double kill. Can Julie make it out alive? Yes, he does, but at what cost? That's a lot of casualties on the side of Team Kurd, but all the more benefit for Team Dodoy.
Yeah, just like what happened in Game 1 when I was saying that the team fights are looking really juicy. Meanwhile, Dodoy flashing in, trying to get that kill onto Julie. Zed Rax comes into with that flash ignite. Is this going to be enough to secure the kill? He is actually going to die. Pay with his life here because he went in for that kill right there. But as I was saying, because of the sheer gold lead right now, nananalo sa team fight yung team ni Dodoy. But I don't know if I should point this out kanina, but Riku actually really tried to stop the Ornhorn from sniping si... I know, there was si Rox yata ba yun on Lucian, pero medyo pointed to the side yung naging shield niya doon, unfortunately. But Kurd tried to turn things around with a beautiful Kindred ult right there.
Definitely, and oh man, still, looks like Kurd is still on track 6-1 on this Kalista. The problem, though, is that while Kurd is in a better spot than most of his teammates, everyone across the board for Team Dodo is up and online, better in comparison to their counterparts. So that's definitely the Mount Everest that Team Kurd is dealing with right now. But this is just great for Team Dodo. Lots of money that they're getting for charity as well.
Yeah, that's true. Meanwhile, Cred getting caught here, overextending a bit. Flashes out though, pero walang flash point and click ni Syndra. But I think that this is actually enough damage. Wow, 1v2 outplay coming in for Cred here. He is actually 10.5k in gold right now. Most in the game, actually.
Oh, will Cred make it out?
Unfortunately, yeah, just a lot of resources being invested into killing Kurd right there, and they do manage to get his life from that. But as I was saying, si Kurd, mukhang he has to, take it upon himself para buhatin talaga yung team niya right now, make it through the mid into the late game as we see Dodoy. Ooh.
Yeah, a little bit of a separate fight here. Rox, though, will be on the chase. Manages to pop Julie before Rax goes down himself. But take note, Suzzysaur and Dodoy are still up and kicking. Bokuto not able to fully get himself over the wall. Almost gets pincered and luckily manages to dash his way over the wall, avoiding any further takedowns which would have come from this Dodoy-Suzzysaur combo.
Yeah, that's true. And this is actually Team Dodoy just really pushing their lead right now. Camping the jungle of the enemy team, and here I think they want to take this tier 1 tower and the top lane down as soon as possible too. I see a ping coming in, but I feel like Kurd, a ping coming in for the bot lane too. I feel like Kurd just wants to scale up right now and try to do his best to buy time for his team to scale up as well.
Definitely. And okay, let's go ahead and check out where everyone's at. With Team Dodo in the lead, 10 kills to their benefit. Luckily for Team Kurd though, as far as goal difference, they've managed to keep that in check. It's not as hefty as you would have expected, but wait a minute! Instant decimation onto Bokuto. Just the collapse was crazy. It was way too much damage for him to deal with. Riku is trying to walk this off though, but look at this. They are still in pursuit. Kurd looks like they want to reinitiate. They get the knockup onto Cresho. Zed will get the ultimate onto Riku though. That will be a pop on the Braum. Lamser's fight will seal the deal, in which case Rax does manage to escape. Unfortunately, Kurd was not able to get the vengeance kill in exchange for this fallen support. But Rox though, manages to intercept the Zed, and takedown is sweet.
Yeah, just like the first game, mukhang ang losing team right now. Oh, but let me stop right there. Exchange coming from Julie and Dapple Stars. Dapple Stars, Cresho actually comes out on top of that as Suzzysaur looks come in with the Orange Horn, but Rox comes in with the kill off his own, and he and Kurd is busy chasing down this Orange. Sumasayaw na lang si Suzzysaur. Meanwhile, Dodo is receiving so much damage from Kurd. Cresho right now was able to kite one person, but Kurd and Cresho he comes out on top. Wow, that was a really action-packed back and forth right there, but Dodoy's team actually comes out on top 4-3.
Yeah.
I mean 3-2 rather.
It's not the same scenario that we saw earlier in that bot lane where Kurd was able to 1v2. Cresho has got a great buildup of itemization. It's not the same story. This time around, that Kindred proved to be way too painful for them to deal with.
Yeah, that's true. And again, just like for the second Drake of the game, they do get rewarded for that successful team fight for the side of Dodo. And this is gonna be the third Drake. This is an extremely, actually, parallel talaga yung sitwasyon na to for game 1. Game 1, it was also one Drake for the side of the other team. Tapos third Drake getting secured by the winning team. And also at similar points in the game, I might add. So parang nag-swap talaga, literal, ng sitwasyon dito sa game 2.
Yeah, and I think looks like Team Dodo is back on track. They have great offensive control over the map, and this is gonna limit Team Kurd's efforts here. Oh, look at this convergence. So Rax just gonna go straight in. He knows he can get the assassination on Fox. Riku will try to supplement though, and wait a minute, what? Rox managed to live to tell the tale. Oh,
yeah, look at this. Oh, speaking of telling a tale, ito na yata yung story ng team ni Kurd. They want to secure this this Baron, and I think Crescio knows he is slowly approaching. He's already in the river, but I think it's too late. Ren stacks are enough to secure that Baron, and recalls coming in right now, but Crescio looks like he has other plans. Tries to start the fight himself, tries to buy time for Dodoy to get into the fight and dish out damage too, but Lambs just fight. Oh, coming in, ang tagal mag-expire, and here back and forth kills coming in right now. Julius trying to win it for his team, flashing out, doesn't get stunned, and looks like, oh, Dodoy is still trying to go for the chase. Rox pops his Yo moves as well. Julie is pincered by 3 players on Team Dodoy, and actually he perishes. Oh my gosh. Crescio really tried. Crescio really tried there. Grabe.
He really did. And in all fairness, might not have been able to contest Baron, but 3 kills nonetheless. It's only Rox and Riku that have the Baron buff to work with. And Dodoy zoning out Rox from defending this inner turret. Yeah, that's that fight right over there shows the detriment that Kurt is working with as a Kalista. Unfortunately for him, the person that could have given him a little bit more of an advantage in that fight, which was Riku, wasn't there, who his ult is currently tethered to. And that said, whenever you're not able to maximize that, that's just a heavily missed opportunity, that bit of CC which could have made or break that team fight for Team Kurt.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely, Articuno. That's a really good insight coming in from you. I feel that there needs to be somewhat of an improvement here in terms of synergy with Kurt and Riku, but nonetheless, they are actually making a They did actually make a proactive play right there to secure that Baron for themselves. Unfortunately, yun na nga, natalo sila sa team fight. But right now, tingnan natin. Ito na nga. And speaking of synergy, si Kurt and Riku. But wait.
Oh man, Julie tries to walk it off, but unfortunately the chain of damage and crowd control for days didn't grant him that escape.
Yeah, and I mean, we did catch out on that action, but here on the bottom side, we did see it. Oh, Kurd right now pulling his ult. Oh, Dapple Stars getting caught out by 3 people. Actually pops his ultimate to survive just a bit longer, but I think he will perish without a trade kill happening. But as I was saying, yung synergy nila ni Riku.
Ooh. Okay. Silas getting the skill on the ultimate unfortunately wasn't able to pad up, so that pop would have been extra juicy onto Rax. Rox does throw out an ultimate. Unfortunately, not enough to take down Rax. Does force the Zed to back off though. That does give enough time though for Team Dodo to get more work done elsewhere, which was a turret towards top side.
Yeah, good proactivity coming in here for Team Dodoy, spotting out that action was happening in the bot side of map. Meanwhile, ito naman si Julie, mukhang mahuli na naman siya. Overextend.
Oh man, that was scary for Julie. Looks like he will make it out alive though, with some extra supplementing damage for Rox, which makes Team Dodoy think twice as to whether or not they would have continued the pursuit. Dodoy is getting some work done here. Take out the positioning of the turrets as well. Doesn't really give opportunity for Team Kurt to pursue in case they decide to try to commit onto Dodoy.
Yeah, and this Heimerdinger pick is really looking to come into fruition for Team Dodoy, trying to cancel out the potential threat from Rox just by sheer pushing. But meanwhile...
Oh man, will Kurt be able to deal with this go? That's 2 members. Again, it's the same one saw earlier. Woman who tries to make the magic happen. Rox tries to supplement the damage, but unfortunately has to be careful. They have to respect the damage. They have to respect the turn coming in from Team Dodoy, but it looks like it's a little bit of a different story. Suzzysaur is going to be the one that remains. That's 2v1 right now, but Suzzysaur is just so tanky right now. Julie, he has to be careful. Suzzysaur continues to pursue, but luckily with the supplement from the Silence, Julie lives another day.
They do win the team fight on the side of Team Kurt, but meanwhile, here we can see in the Dragon, this is gonna be the Mountain Soul being secured by Crescio right now. As we see 28 minutes into the game, the scoreline is 40-24. Mas madami pang kunat ang madadagdagan dito para kay Suzzysaur, as well as the squishy picks for Team Dodoy right now. But as I was saying kanina, grabe yung Heimerdinger pick. I have to give highlight to that. I think a big brain play talaga to coming in from Dodoy, deciding to somewhat limit the options that Rox can have as a carry sa bot lane just by having lane priority, and mukhang nag-translate talaga to sa game na to.
Indeed. And oh man, this is such a challenge for Team Kurd if they want to at least try to contend with Team Dota, because imagine three Mountain Drakes. 3 Mountain Drake buffs going to the side of Team Dota plus the Mountain Soul. I mean, that's just the 3 Mountain Drakes is like what? 18% at bone, 18% armor and magic resistance topped up. But you know what? I'm gonna have to hold out from that. We see a team fight right now. 2-man knockup coming in from the Kurd Riku combo. Orthros hitting like a truck in the backline. All that damage. Rox will try to supplement with some damage of his own, but take note, he is left to deal with a lot of members, whilst the rest got detrimented coming in from the Zed. And oh man, that's just a near
celebratory or yata yan.
Actually.
Yeah, but I have to say, grabe yung tankiness ni Suzy right now. I saw Kurd kiting perfectly on Kalista, even pulling off that instant QSS once he got stunned by Orthros on the Syndra, pero to no avail. It's just Ornn being Ornn. Sobrang tanky niya. He was able to buy enough time for her team to arrive, and they are rewarded for winning that team fight as Rax ults Julie into the Zed, dishes out so much damage. Is this enough? Oh, it is actually an ace. A delayed ace, almost, coming in for Team Dodoy.
Yes, they managed to net an inhibitor. You know what? Let's get even more. We're ready for dessert. We're ready for Barrett, and easily they take it.
As you said that word dessert, Arctico, na ito naman yung chan ko, nag-rumble naman. But tingnan natin, ito may pick right now. Oh, good knock-up coming from Suzzysaur. Goes Golden Box does, but Riku perishes before he does, and this is a 2-0. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be very dangerous for the side of Team Kurd. Kaya ba nilang depensahan to? Sumisilip si Kurd dito mag-isa.
I mean, it's such a monumental task. Kurd, oh man, look at that. They just lap, don't even give a care in the road. We have that extra percentage of armor to deal with your damage, my friend. Lancer's fight will be popped up. There's a little bit of extra sustenance, but it does seem like Team Dodoy are going to look for the closeout.
Yeah, Suzzysaur being the first actually to start smacking down the Nexus turrets right here. They do secure another kill, and it's just gonna be the same case, I feel. But no, they decide to secure both top and bottom inhibitors first, and do not actually decide to end the game. Well, it's a bit less exciting than the 3-man walk-up into the fountain last game. Pero it's still you know, it's still something that Team Kurd can work with right now.
Definitely. Oh my goodness. Let's do some quick maths here. We have 50 kills for Team Dodoy, 4 dragons. Not to mention, I believe that was 1 Baron that they got earlier, because the other one was taken by Team Kurd. So 55,000 breakups so far. That's a lot that our All-Stars are getting.
Yeah, that's true, and we have to give it to both of these teams, especially Team Dodoy for showing such resilience, such confidence to still put up a fight, and a fight they are actually throwing into the hands of Team Kurd. Grabe, it's double their kills right now. In terms of gold, it's more than 10k. Just past 32 minutes in the game, and Monder setting up a pick na naman dito. Suki na yata yon jungle ng team ni Kurd sa top side ng picks.
Okay, sneaky Team Dodoy banking on whether or not somebody from Team Kurd was gonna extend, but you know, Team Kurd's too busy with the defense right now to even think about going past their base.
Yeah, that's true, and I feel like it's only a matter of time before a final fight is gonna begin here. So tingnan na lang natin dito si Dodoy umaanggula na. Oh, skirt.
Call of the Forge God, this might be the last fight. Knockup does not quite land, but it doesn't matter. The damage is way too for Team Kurd to deal with. They are toppling down one by one. Bokudo, moment of stasis, only prolonging the inevitable. Rox goes straight in. Goes down like a champ. That's the double kill. That's game. Just a few extra 5,000. But yeah. Okay, I was kind of wondering how many people were going to go down to the fountain, but you know what? It's still a great game. It's Team Doy that takes it, and we're going into game 3 for certain.
Wow, I mean, Kurd said before game 1 started na he's looking to get a 2-0 sweep right here, but mukhang Team Dodoy has other plans on their own, going 1-1 against Kurd's initial Jace. He was on Kalista, and he did have a lot of gold in his pockets. He had 15,000, actually, the most on his team, third in the whole game. Pero it wasn't enough. All, like you said, in the middle of that game, Articuno, all of the members of Team Dodoy were online at the same time. And what do you think went right actually for Team Dodoy? Ano yung most important element ng kanilang paglalaro na nakapag-fuel sa kanilang panalo for game 2?
I think it ultimately came down to Cresho playing something that where he could actually carry, because Karma, sure, you deal okay damage, you have some okay utility, but it doesn't really enable Cresho to be the powerhouse that he can. That said, the switch up from the Karma to the Kindred, I think, really proved to be a big difference. We saw how much of pressure he was already putting towards topside to propel Suzzysaur, transition that to other lanes, and it just spiraled from there. I mean, Team Kurt tried to keep up, but Team Dodo just played it all the more better to their strengths given the composition that they had.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely. I agree with you completely, Articuno. And after this game too, just a quick update for you guys. The total amount of donations that we've raised right now comes up to 553,000
Oh,
bukols.
that is
That,
more than 500,000.
yeah. Wow.
Imagine that. Through gaming, guys. Through gaming, we were
Mhm.
able to not only enjoy the thing we love, but also give back in a way to our heroes, our frontliners at the Philippine Heart Center. And this 553,000 is going to go heck of a long way. But we're also going to have a game 3. I'm wondering, can we push it to 600? Because a lot of the money that we've been getting, especially through this All Stars, game 1, game 2, both went beyond the 50K mark. So I have high expectations for our All Stars to bring it to 600 for sure.
Yeah, same. I feel the same way as you do, Articuno. As we actually, I feel like with all of the action, jam-packed action for, for both game 1 and game 2, I think we actually do need to take a quick break right now as we
Oh yeah.
prepare ourselves, no, for game 3. Again, this is me further casting for you guys along with Arctic Uno right here, and I'm really excited to cast game 3. But for now, let's take a quick break. See you guys in a bit.
your chances. It's fine.
Welcome back, ladies and gents, to Starforge for our All-Star Show match. We are going to be your casters once again for our final game of the evening before we end 2 weekends of just supporting a great cause, which is the Philippine Heart Center. I'm Mark Tacuno, and joining me, of course, is Frizzer.
Yeah, Arctic. I mean, that those first two games were very action packed, and same thing as I said before we took on a break there. But here we are. I think that a little bit of a mishap happened, technical difficulties probably. We'll get back into it in a bit. But before we do that, for everyone who might have just started to tune in right now, again, this is Starforge, and what this is basically a charity stream, and all of the donations, everything that we raised, is going to the benefit of Philippine Hearts Center.
Yes, indeed. And lots of money raised. Again, the big question on my mind is whether or not we could total it to more than at least 600,000, but it'll be up to our players with how this plays out. 1-1 for both Team Kurd and Team Dodoy. But, since this is going to be our last game for Zerg, I really, really want to take advantage of the opportunity to just
Mm.
constantly give thanks to the people that made this possible, because Starforge, of course, was organized by Liyab Esports and Esports Hackett Arena in partnership with Twitch Student Zedbo and ISC Events. And on top of that, powered by Glow. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't catch you there, Arctic Uno. Parang natabunan ng sound effect ng pag-start ng game natin dito.
Yeah, you know what? We'll thank them again later. We'll head into the
Yeah.
action right now.
Yeah, and heading into it now, coming in are the first three bans of the game. Ornn getting taken out, Kindred as well, Heimerdinger. Mukhang I think that Team Kurd has learned their lessons here. Three lessons have been learned in the form of Heimerdinger, Kindred, and Yasuo right now. Two bans against Dodoy and one ban against Crescio. Very interesting here. And for the side of Team Dodoy naman, ayaw nilang ibigay si Karthus kay Julie ulit. Ayaw ulit nilang ibigay yung Ornn. So both teams had an Ornn on one side, on each side, but this game, it looks like madede na yan for both teams. Lastly, this Jace. They do not want Kurd to be on this Jace. And first pick looks to be this Syndra lock-in.
Indeed. I mean, earlier we did see the Syndra get picked up by. Okay, what is this? You know what? It's like the storyline goes a little. This. You guys played Syndra. I'm gonna show you how to play it better. Kurt, you played Callista. I'm gonna show you how to play Callista.
Yeah, also Ornn, no, kanina it was Bokoto, and then Suzy was like, I'ma show you how to play Ornn as well. And I'm curious to see ano tong second lock, and it looks to be this Lucian. So two really strong early game picks coming in once again for the side of Team Dodoy right now. Actually, no, mas early game oriented yung picks usually sa past two games nakita natin sa side ni Team Kurt, but baliktad na naman, parang pabalik-balik lang yung nagiging theme for both teams ngayon. In terms of early picks, okay itong Lucian tsaka Callista pick right now as we see. Ashe being locked in as an answer by Team Kurt here. And Ashe is known to have some control over the lane with her volleys that slow. Tingnan natin kung makokontrol nga niya itong si Lucian or possibly Callista. We'll have to see.
Yeah, so far, Team Dodoy mirroring the two picks from Team Kurd earlier. But looks like Team Kurd has a little bit of a different plan up their sleeve with the Syndra, Ashe, and Jarvan the Fourth locked in so far. Okay, it's not going to be the full Xerox copy of Team Kurd's composition. They do switch it up by locking in the Azir for Rax.
Yeah, and so they do recognize that they need to have a bit more of a late game insurance policy, and they do manage to secure that in the form of the Azir. This is actually three carries already being locked in, and I want to find out anong klaseng utility or support or tankiness ang kanilang isa-secure to help keep these carries safe for Dodo's team. But for Kurt's team, on the other hand, utility being taken in the form of Ash, CC being taken in the form of Syndra and Jarvan. Lots of like stable, solid, reliable picks coming in for Kurt's team as we see the first two bans for the second phase. It's looking to be the Leona and Braum support bans coming in once more.
See for a second. Wondering, are we going to be seeing more of these support bans though? Okay. Looks like they're not going to be taking anything. Either they might have missed out on that last ban, couldn't really figure out what they want to take away. But yeah, let's see what Team Kerr decides to take off
Yeah,
on.
that is true. And they decided to ban out that Nautilus for their final ban. And well, ito, si Acrescio Dappled Stars he locks it at least for that early game. So we can probably expect a lot of proactivity coming in from him for this best of three game. And we will have to see ano ba ang sagot ng team ni Curd here. What can they do to deal with this? At least right now, wala pa silang mobility masyado. Ash, wala yung dash. Syndra, wala ring dash. So, tingnan natin. May safe leads pa silang.
Oh.
Oh, Senna. Very interesting pick coming in here for Courage team.
Is Riku gonna run Senna this game? Wait a minute. Okay, that sounded like the meme, but anyway. Who are you? No, because like,
who are you? Yeah.
I've never seen, like, I played with Riku like offline for a few games, especially when we were in Bangkok. But I don't recall ever seeing her play Senna, so this is gonna be a treat for everybody. But yeah, looking at the final lock-in for Team Dodoy, given that they have locked in a Callisto, Leona was bad, Nautilus and Braum was taken away. It did seem like Team Kurd was trying to minimize what picks Team Dodoy could bring to the table in order to complement this Callista. But Thresh, of course, was left open, which I believe Orthros is very proficient at playing as well. So yeah, a lot of surprises in this drafting right off the bat, at least for me. This is going to make for a very interesting third and final game to wrap up.
Yeah, that's true. And I want to point something out right here as we see both team comps getting locked in. Both teams actually have a lot of reliable CC. For the side of Dodoy, there is that Elise Cocoon coming in and the Thresh Flay and Hook, as well as the slow for Callisto's Rend stacks and that Azir Shurima Shuffle if ever Rax decides to pull that trick out of the bag. But in terms of more reliable CC, para mas madaling i-pull off yung Jarvan. Knock up yung Syndra stun, Ash Arrow also, probably Senna Root as well for the side of Team Curd. So, I feel like in terms of ease of execution, mas madali ang buhay, ang maging buhay ng team ni Curd right here. But still, Azir, actually, any of these carries on the side of Team Dodoy, if any of them can look to snowball early, it's gonna be something that Team Cred will have to deal with. It's gonna be a headache for sure.
Oh, I have to agree with you, especially when you're running picks like, I mean, Lucian is quite the powerhouse early game. Complement that with the Thresh. I mean, they might be enemies lore wise, but as a bot lane duo, that's something you wanna underestimate under any circumstances. And Elise as well, like you mentioned, that's going to be quite the powerhouse of a jungler as well. So it does seem like Team Dodo have all the tools to try to accelerate the pace in favor of themselves. So on the flip side, we'll just have to see whether or not Team Kurd can roll with those punches.
Yeah, speaking of teams, I do notice, and I'm happy to point out that both captains, Captain Dodo and Captain Kurt, for both game 1 and game 2, they've been performing out of their minds. Like, in terms of consistency, kahit yung isang team natatalo at yung isang team na nanalo, both of them have been keeping up in terms of gold. Sila yung nangunguna sa team nila. In terms of carry potential, they're doing all they can. And this just goes to show both of these captains really want to win it all.
Oh man, I mean, given that we've reached a point in our all-star show match where we've come to a game 3, I mean, I don't think earlier game 1, game 2 they were having lots of fun for sure, but going into game 3, I think, sure they're still gonna have some fun, but probably take it a little bit more serious, since you just want to get that extra benefit for sure. Everyone's a winner to have contributed to charity through League of Legends, but I mean, let's be real here. It would be extra sweet if you could get that 2-1 at the end of the day.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, at the end of the day, lahat tayo nandito, be it sa caster side of things, be it sa player side of things. And I'm sure a lot of you guys in the audience, most of you are gamers as well. Syempre, ang sarap sa pakiramdam pag nananalo sa isang best of 3, di ba? And aside from that, what adds to this this really great feeling is if you end up winning is you really worked hard for it. It's a 1-1 right now for both teams. Sobrang everyone's in the game. Everyone's heads are in the game. And walang I feel like wala talagang aawat dito sa game 3 natin Arcticudo, as we're actually right now loading into the rift. Pero we will have to see what's gonna happen. Let's let the action unfold for itself, like you've been saying kanina pa.
And looks like we'll get that benefit as we are now rift. Since this is the last game, guys, be sure to root for who you guys feel. No, actually, you know what? Doesn't even matter who you guys are feeling here, who you guys are supporting to win our all-star show match. Are you rooting for Team Kurd, which comprises of our all-stars Caleb, Julie, Rox, and Riku? Are you rooting for Team Dodoy, as joining him is Suzzysaur, Crescio, Rox, and Orth, who is currently subbing in for Vansu, as Vansu unfortunately couldn't join us despite him coming off top 1 due to a power outage in his area.
Yeah, and I personally heard from Vansu na sayang, sabi niya, I really wanted to participate in this game, diba? Syempre, we all know how it feels to be participating in an event, program such as this, which is actually, like we've been saying kanina pa, for the benefit of a great cause, Philippine Hearts Center. Pero, I mean, it's okay. There's always next time, there's always going to be an opportunity for everyone to show what they're made of. And I think everyone talaga just wants to do their part and contribute whatever form it may be it playing, casting, helping organize this event. Thank you, by the way, to Justin, who's been our operations manager for all 6 days of Starforge right now as we get into the game.
Indeed. Oh man, the wait no longer, ladies and gents, as we head into our third and final game for the Starforge All-Star Show match. Once again, Team Kurd versus Team Dodoy taking the stage. Show your support in chat right now, because only one of these teams are going to come up victorious, but nonetheless, at the end of the day, for a great cause, we're raising the hell out of money for the Philippine Heart Center. But who are we kidding? It's League of Legends. Let's get into the action.
Yeah, speaking of action, mukhang hindi masyadong ma-action yung naging simula ng third game natin dito. First 2 games, we saw both of these teams looking to pull out some sort of 5-man plan, either an invade or a defensive maneuver. Pero dito mukhang wall lang ang magiging kinahihinatnan ng both teams here, as nobody actually wants to risk anything big. As we all know, this is a best of 3 and this is the final match between Team Kurd and Team Dodoy. And yeah, looks like everyone is trying to keep their composure lang, stable lang, steady lang, lakad lang sa lane. At ano to? Wait, I see a Thresh walking up the top lane. What is this?
Interesting. We're seeing a lane swap.
I don't know when the last time I've seen a lane swap was Archipuro.
I don't even know what
Ilang
season.
seasons back.
It's been a
Yeah.
while, and I think it really shows how old we are as well in the League of Legends scene that we
I
even we're really even recalling this.
Yeah, it's true. As
Oh,
Kurt
man.
looks to look. Oh, Boto. Mukhang naamoy niya yung medyo kakaibang plano ni Dodoy dito sa top lane. Mukhang confident si Dodoy right now sa kanyang sarili. He's telling his team, okay, give me this 2v1 scenario. Let me rack up the kills. But here on the other side of things, Suzzysaur on this Lucian. Mukhang siyang mapapunish dito. Meanwhile, speaking of punish, nice stun getting landed by Kurd onto Rax here in this mid lane. Syndra, by the way, si Kurd ngayon, naka-made siya, hindi siya marksman type or bruiser type. Jason game 1 and Kalista in game 2 right now. Syndra, I want to see what he's made of with this mage pick.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be Distancia Amigo for the most part for Suzzysaur. Luckily, she is running Illusion, so she does have that range to work with so that he doesn't miss out on too much CS. But man, things are gonna be a pain as well here towards the top side for Caleb as, again, like we mentioned. Okay, this is going to be interesting because in the mid lane, Kurt is going to try to get the kill onto Rax. Rax forced to flash away, but Kurt going to flash in as well. Unfortunately, one auto attack isn't going to be enough to seal the deal.
You know what I feel that happened there? Meron kasing bagong change sa Syndra na when you're casting your Q, before it extended outside of the range of Q, but now naiipit na. But wait!
Oh, snap. This is interesting. Luckily, though, for Team Dota. Oh, first blood! A little bit of an overreach. Tries to dive in. It's expected that they're going to be taking a lot of damage. That's going to be the double knockup. Dodoy getting the kill onto Caleb. Are they going to try to pursue Dodoy? Actually wants blood. He smells blood. Going to take down Julie. Luckily, doesn't take too much turret damage. He lives to tell the tale. That's a lot of value, in which case for Team Dodoy.
Yeah, TP coming in from Bogoto gets that land. The stun landing onto Dodoy. Dodoy flashes out though, tries to run away, kiting back as best as he can, pops that Renslow. Oh my gosh, he gets that turnaround kill onto Bokuto. This is gonna spell disaster for the top laner of Team Kurd right now. Wow.
Yes, and it's not just because it's a 0-2 that he has right now, but even more so, a 3 Kalista at only 4 minutes into the game. That is not something you want to deal with under any circumstances if your Team Kurd, especially looking at the composition that they have. So it's gonna have to be a little bit of precaution here from here on out.
Yeah, meanwhile, Julie missing his EQ combo, stun not landing onto Greshio right here, and looks like he's running off, up to just back off and play onto the opposite sides of the map right now. Going back to what I was saying, sayang yung kill kanina sa mid coming in from Kurd, pero feeling ko na-limit yung cursor niya dun sa Q cast. You guys in the audience can just try and check what I was trying to say out yourselves sa practice tool kasi mahirap i-explain. Pero may changes sa Syndra, basta yun na lang yun. Oh, nice stun.
Oh man. Kurd gonna have to be a little bit more careful himself as well. But okay, Thresh gonna pull himself in, but you gotta feel for Caleb here. I mean, he's just constantly zoned out from being able to farm. He's doing what he can. But this trade-off. Okay, Rax feeling very gutsy, very confident. Look at that damage. This Elise, though, will be joining the party. Forces Kurt to just back away. Can't really go for the pursuit onto Rax. Rax surviving with its litter of health, in which case Greshio, perfect timing. Just in the nick of time.
Yeah, that is true. And oh, nice cocoon landing. Cleanse coming out from Kurd here. And look at Rax. Parang 50, 20 HP na lang natitira sa kanyang buhay dito. And interesting to note that si Greshio actually held off from flash cocooning Kurd right there. Recognizing that may rest back si Kurd coming in from the bot side of the map. But he does manage to land that flash cocoon onto Kurd. But hindi siya makakapagpasok sa tier 1 tower. Kasi siya rin yung mamamatay doon kung ginawa niya yun.
Yeah, man. Kurd doesn't really have as much mana to work with, though, so he wants to be careful himself. Teleport will be coming in, though, for the Azir. So this is really going to limit Kurd. Might want to back away sometime soon, but oh! Rox and Riku, they're onto something. They're onto Orthros. just feeling a bit of damage. Rax will try to prevent the pursuit, but still ain't deterring them whatsoever. Just look at that damage, at least coming in from the side. Cocoon not going to find its target. Rox just able to casually step away from that. Fortunately, at the end of the day, with all the action, no casualties.
Yeah, I mean, good proactive play coming in here for the bot lane duo of Team Curd, deciding to match the lane swap over here, knowing that mukhang nalulugi masyado dito si Bokoto, and I feel like this was actually a good play because they need to stop this Kalista from scaling.
Indeed. Ooh. Luckily, though, there has been some adjustments made by finally deciding, you know what, Caleb, we don't want to see him suffer any more detriment, so we'll just send him down towards bot lane so that he's naturally laning against his actual counterpart. But then again, you also have to take note of the absence of Rox and Riku towards the top side in the midst of responding to this mid lane. That said, it just gave all the more opportunity for Dodoi to just farm up and, just have his solo time in the top lane.
Yeah, it's true. And speaking of farming up, mukhang nagpa-farm muna dito yung kapwa junglers natin, both on opposite sides of the map. But man, this 3-0 though on Kalista, this is gonna come into play really hard. But Bokoto, hey, this is a reference from Haikyuu. Oh my god, pumasok siya kay Suzzysaur, calling to the face. But nandito si Dapple Stars, landing the cocoon stun. Is this gonna be killed? Yes, it is gonna come in from Cresho over here. Meanwhile, on the top side of the map, Dodoi gets pulled out by the lantern safely. No casualties for the possible trade-off. But here, Curd action again. Dito, nag-rotate siya sa river na spot out niya si Cresho. Wow, really good rotation coming in here from Curd.
I have to agree with you for a sec. And yeah, looks like Team Curd showing some few signs of life. Curd getting his first kill this game. In fact, question is, how is Riku and Rox gonna deal with Dodoi right now? Again, Rio definitely up-ish on the item game. Plus, he has that extra call to net him some extra gold once he gets all those stacks down. But okay, we have an interesting fight. Shurima shuffle to push Julie out of the party, but brings him back into the hot pot with the Cataclysm. Moment of stasis for him to prevent Dode from getting the secure kill on him. Looks like that will be the pull-in onto Cresher, though, courtesy of the Thresh to bring him into the party, but only brings him to his death as the damage is just way too overwhelming. Rox getting the perfect enchanted crystal arrow to prevent Dode from escaping, and the shutdown will come into Curd. Look at this benefit. Team Curd, they're fighting right now. They're making the comebacks, and at the end of the day, they get all the more kills towards the end of it.
Wow, I have to say, that was a really great play coming in from LG Julie right there, managing to cancel the Shurima shuffle of Azir, knocking him up before he could get the safety. Grabe yun. And because of that, na-burn yung ultimate ni Azir, Emperor's Divide early, hindi nagamit sa teamfight. So nakapagbaliktad ng laban yung team ni Curd doon sa top side ng map. Wow, just a really good play coming out for their team.
Oh man, it's just, I was kinda in a mindset where it seemed that Team Dodoi was really getting a great start, and I was just expecting just a full-blown out of control Kalista, but yeah, it does seem like Team Curd has all the fight in them, and they managed to not only equal the playing field, actually not even equal the playing field, they're in the lead in gold right now.
Yeah, that's true, and we have to see what more can Curd pull out from his pocket, as he is already 2-0 and 3 compared to his lane counterpart Rax. But from the side of Team Dodo, he is still 3 kills to 2, 1 kill up on Rox, and he is taking tower plays right now. That was 1 down and looks to be the second soon after.
And getting a nice push, and unfortunately can't really go for more. Dodo is essentially doing is making sure to clear out this wave first. Rox will make it though. Will force Dodo to back away, prevent him from benefiting from more of that turret.
Yeah, meanwhile, we do see that the second Drake of the game has been secured for the team of Curd here. Nice job from Julie, but meanwhile, cleanse.
Yes, cleanse out of there. Unfortunately, the rappel will prevent Curd from securing the kill. Enchanted Crystal, arrow soaring, flying, man. There you go. Cataclysm coming. Julie, he's ready to initiate the fight. Kurt gets caught in a very interesting spot there, brings him back in. Looks like Orthros was trying to go for the kill onto him, but unfortunately, the supplemental damage and follow-up did not come. Not a single casualty from the side of Team Kurt, but unfortunately, all the more, it's 4 down for Team Kurt.
Vic, sabi ni Bokoto dito, hey, we are in position and we are going to pull the trigger if we see that we can, and that indeed they did. Coming out on top there, 4-0, I believe, was the outcome of that play, and they also do secure, I feel, this mid lane outer tower, which is the most important outer tower of the game sa mid. Rift Herald, makakapag-pop ka ba sa mid? I think so, yes. That is first tower of the game being secured by Team Purge right now, on top of those early 2 dragons as well.
Yes, sir. And yeah, different tune that we're seeing being played out here. First few minutes of the game, Dodoy just had an absolute ball of a start, 3-0 on this close. So now sitting at 3-2, still okay. But then again, just look at how far Team Riku has come on the flip side. Almost every single carry, with the exception of Calum, is having a ball out there. Calum could be excused because he naturally suffered quite the disadvantage, I would say, going up against the dual Callista Thrush towards the top side. But then again, you know what? With what's going on right now, his team has totally got him.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, even if you die 3 times, it doesn't mean a thing. If, this game is a team game, 5v5 to, doesn't mean malugi ang isang lane, the game is over. But Bokoto here, looking to get a pick off on Suzzysaur, decides to back off right now, seeing that the wave is pushing into the tower on his side.
Yes, sir. Oh man, look at this push towards bot lane though. This will prevent Calum from farming that wave as they get the push in. But look at Julian,
wow.
the active. I love it. The cataclysm. You know what? I'll let you break what just happened there for a sec.
But wow, Julie was just like, he knew that Emperor's Divide was gonna come in, and he perfectly timed his Cataclysm so he could jump over it, that supposedly impassable terrain. Grabe yun, Julie. Kakapost mo lang sa Facebook recently, nakapasok ka sa Challenger, pinapakita mo talaga na Challenger caliber jungler ka talaga right now.
Proud coach over here, by the way.
Yeah, proud coach, by the way.
But yeah, man, just impeccable timing coming in from Julie in which case. And just further adds up to Team Kurt's cause here, 12-4 on the scoreboard. It's a completely different story from what we've seen towards the start of this game, and they are very well on. Fortunately for Team Dodo, they weren't really able to fully reap the benefits of the lame swat that they initiated towards the start of the game. Probably at most was to slow down Calum on this Irelia, but other than that, this might be one of those moments where it benefit, but luckily the sustenance coming in from Riku grants him that extra time of survivability.
Yeah, that's true. Good job for Riku. They're spotting out that possible. Oh my gosh! Humabol yung mga bola ni Syndra doon. I thought nakatakas na si Raxton, but no. Homing ang mga balls ni Syndra. Wow, really great kill coming in from Kurt there. And I mean, wow, 13-4 right now, 15 minutes in. 2 Drakes on the side of Team Kurt. 3rd Drake about to spawn, but Julie coming in right there.
2v1 right now. Unfortunately, the damage isn't enough. Kurt and Riku try to make it, but Kurt, flashed in stun onto Cresho. Will it be enough though? Cresho luckily able to leech on some juicy fruit, but will it be enough? Kurt is still on the chase. Unfortunately, Hextech wasn't able to reach Cresho to slow him down in the nick of time, and looks like this fighter will live another day.
Yeah, and this might be the window that Team Dodo wants to find, as Bokoto is getting Ren stacks all over his body. And yeah, in terms of Dragon priority, it's gonna go over to the side of, oh my gosh, a fight is breaking out. Flash out coming in from Suzzysaur. Nice Vanguard's Edge coming in from Bokoto here. He's getting guided out by Dodo too. He perishes, however. Ash stun, Ash ult coming in, does not do much, just stops the advance. But Kalista ult coming in right here. Rox is looking to get... No, but no, he flashes out in the nick of time. He's being chased by two people, Dodo and Rax at the same time. Julie comes in with the EQ combo, but to no avail. Nice stun coming in from... Oh my god, Cataclysm coming in from Julie. He does turn things around a bit, but Azir with that DPS, that is just too much damage. Too much damage that Team Curd is not able to handle at this point in the game. Wow, this was an extremely great play coming in for Team Dodoy.
I'd have to agree with you. I mean, just the full 5-man advantage from Team Dodoy right there. Towards the end of it, the Team Curd tried to make the most of it with the set that Julie put up, which did net Curd 2 additional kills. But at the end of the day, Team Dodoy is just getting all the more value. They got more kills, not to mention they will get the little extra of a bonus by going for Dragon, which will be secured.
Yeah, nice try right there coming in from Riku, trying to get that steal off onto the Drake. Pero medyo mahirap yun against 3 players as a flash in comes here from Cresho onto Curd. Curd does manage to survive, actually gets a kill onto Dodoy, trying to kite out this spider right here, but now Cresho is getting low. He gets deleted by Julie. This is a trade kill in favor of Team Curd right now, and they are actually going to try and take this Herald as a reward.
2 for 1 towards the end of it. Looks like on the flip side, they might not have gotten Dragon, but hey, you know what? We're gonna get a really good push with this Rift Herald on our side.
Yeah, but I just have to say, almost 20 minutes in, medyo iba yung nagiging feel ko sa game na to. Medyo mas considerable yung nakita nating lead for one team in both Game 1 and Game 2. But for Game 3, just with that bot play alone coming in for Team Dodoy, nakita natin, hindi lang sila basta-basta magpapatalo against Team Curd. 2-0 sweep? No, 1-1. How about a 2-1 for you guys? We will have to see what happens right now. But
Enchanted Crystal Arrow! Unfortunately, Dodoy jumped right into that, but luckily, it can still take the fight. Julie, unfortunately, the follow-up wasn't feasible for the rest of Team Curd, and he was left for dead.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately right there, Julie was just unable to back out right there. As you know, Jarvan, pag pumasok siya, hindi naman siya pwede mag-cataclysm out. You know, parating papasok as we see right now.
Oh, nice flash away from Riku, but the hook will still find its landing. Arthros, he's a madman, doesn't want to leave the top lane without netting a kill for themselves.
And wow, Team Dodo is starting to ramp up some momentum here in this game as they're posturing to take this outer tier 1 turret in the top side of the map. Grabe, another hook lands from Orthos here. But that Cataclysm coming in from Julie, mukhang nababaliktad nila dito ang teamfight na to. Pero Dodoy coming in with a DPS, Azir as well. Emperor's Divide coming in but does not hit anyone. Julie trying to take down this Elise, and he does so. Suzzysaur trying to turn things around by herself, but no, it is too late. They get aced, as I was just talking about. How momentum was starting to build up for Team Dodoy. Hindi lang rin basta-basta aawat yung team ni Curd. We had the early lead. Na-balance nyo ng konti, pero no, ito pa rin. May lakas pa rin kami dito.
Exactly, and look at the bonus that Team Curd gets out of this. They have a nice push happening towards bot lane. All outer turrets will be eliminated in each case, so that's gonna give a little bit of extra leg room for Team Curd to maneuver across the map. So, and what's kind of crazy here is that nonetheless, Team Dodo, it's still very much feasible for them to get back into this game. They just need to buy a little bit more time for this Azir to amp up and get the optimal item spike that he needs so that he could really bring the pain like a true Shuriman would.
Yeah, that's true. And I just have to say, like a minute and a half ago, the gold lead was almost insignificant. But right now, 4K na naman just from that play alone. Sobrang volatile ng game na to. And this, I feel, is... Oh! Is that...
These enchanted crystal arrows just keep hitting! And yeah, with that landing, you know what? Curd supplements with the full shuffle of damage and all is good.
Mukhang nagiging safety net itong si Rox right now as that stun lands onto Dappled Stars here. Kurd is very on point with his stuns right now. Still moves up to try and get a kill. That stun lands. Wow, EQ stun landing onto Suzzysaur, but no. Meanwhile, Baron is getting taken by the side of Team Kurd, and all of Team Dodoy is actually pushed back. Nasa mid lang itong si Rax, pero mukhang walang contest ang mangyayari dito sa side Team Dodoy. 2-7 si Crusher right now on this Elise. I don't think she can outsmite the whole team of Kurd right now. 2 levels behind, 1 level behind. Oh, he gets deleted by Kurd. Wow, okay. So, Arctic, medyo naging fast-paced ng konti yung game natin right there.
Yeah, nobody's really, playing for the fun of it anymore. I think guys are really serious this time, and I think we can tell again behind the scenes bit. Earlier we were able to see the all chat. Everybody was having fun. I haven't seen anybody all chat this game. Everyone in this all-star show match is just laser focused on getting this win. And it looks like, oh, wait a minute, Hook does not land for Orthros, and looks like this is finally the redemption that Caleb was looking for. You gave me a hard time earlier, I'm gonna bring the pain this time, but Hook will come in from Orthros. Rax will come in, will it be enough? This Azir, you gotta respect the damage. Caleb will try to back away from this, but it's a good done deal. Luckily, Orthros still manages to seal the pursuit with the kill.
Yeah, as how parang sobrang on point, parang homing yung hooks nitong si Orthros. I have to give it to Rox on the other side of this game too. Yung homing rin yung mga enchanted crystal arrows siya, like you said, Arctic. And this game has been really exciting to watch because of all of these skill shots landing here and there. Note that there are no true tanks here for both sides of this game. Only Jarvan probably, or this, Jarvan yung pinaka-tanky member dito combined for those teams, and this just means sobrang ma-action talaga ang magiging team fights sa game na to as a flash in comes in from Kurt. Rax flashes out to in the nick of time. Wow, muntikan na yon. Grabe talaga tong si Kurt. Nakikita natin kahit he's on a mage, not a fighter or an AD, he can still demonstrate a killer performance. Grabe.
11-1-10 on the Syndra now that you mention it, Berserk. But unfortunately, Julie gets caught between 3 members of Team Dota, but with that Guardian Angel, it's just enough time maybe for him to get away. Uses the flag and drag combo to get out of there, buys some time as the rest of the members collapse onto Suzzysaur here. They're going to try to go for more. They're going to try to collapse onto Dodoy. Dodoy trying to focus onto Riku. Riku taking quite the number of spears. Unfortunately, Dodoy not able to pop it. Rox, he will get the kill. That will be the next takedown, though, in the form of fresh double kill for Rox. Can they go for more? They're on the prowl. They're on the pursuit to try to go for this Shuraiman, but luckily Rax just makes it out clean. But at what cost? Team Dodoy, they lost a lot of numbers there.
Kurd is just on point. May isa pang homing na skill dito. Yung stuns niya parang homing rin. Dalawa yung homing ng team ni Kurd. Isa lang yung homing sa team ni Dodoy, and that is just a numbers advantage basically in that sort of form. Pero man, that was unfortunate, no? There was like 2 split fights happening on the side of team Dodoy. 2 of them were trying. Oh my
god! Rocks! What is going on with these enchanted crystal arrows? And I thought it was only Wild Rift where we'd see all these homing enchanted crystal arrows. Apparently, we're getting it on the PC version as well in this game.
I know, right? I mean, ito yung mga moments na ganito yung medyo mapapaisip ka talaga as a player. Nag-hack ba to?
Oh man. You know what? It's all skill here, Berserk. All the skill. But Gerd, he's might have took a lot of hits from that Lucian, but you know what? It's all good. Caleb with a redemption. Wraps it up, seals the deal, gets the takedown.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in time, 35 to 15 as a flash in comes in from Crasho here, man. Just to get that kill from him for himself onto Rox there. Mukhang mapapa-back off dito ang team ni Kurd right now, but this is a 19 kill differential with almost a 10k gold lead coming in for Team Kurd, and magkaka fourth Drake na naman in a little bit. Parating nagkaka soul tayo dito. Same situation for both game 1 and 2. 4 Drakes to 1. Paulit-ulit, nagkaka-swapan lang talaga. Parallel na naman yung nangyayari. Pero both of these teams are just going all out. Like you said, eto, finally, a ha-ha-ha coming in from Suzzysaur to break the ice at Chan.
Yes, indeed. You know what's really crazy about this? Lalo na, I think at this point, Team Dode has to be very wary about allowing Team Curd to close out on this dragon advantage because a 20% ultimate cooldown for Team Curd. I mean, you have an Ashe, a Jarvan, who could really set up the fight with Enchanted Crystal Arrow and Cataclysm, respectively. You don't want to give Team Curd the opportunity of having those cooldowns reliably up a little bit more too often than they should because of that Cloud Drake benefit.
Yeah, and according to a reliable source in the UPD squad, no, when Ashe has 2 Cloud Drakes with full CDR, level 16, yung Ashe arrow niya mga 26-24 seconds.
What the hell? That's pretty insane, man. And you know what? We'll just have to see. It's up to Team Dodoy to prevent that from happening. But nice optimal target. But unfortunately, the stasis will buy a lot of extra time for Rock to live to tell the tale in this case in the game. Very, very messy fight, quite separated. Riku will be the first of all. Cataclysm, though, will come from Julie Curtis on the tail. He knows what his priorities are, and that's his teammate on Liyab Esports. Dodoy will be the next of all. Looks like Suzzysaur won't belong in this world as well. Threshold just only prolonging the inevitable as Rox gets the kill. It's almost a full wipe. Rax manages to back away, but 4 members of Team Curd are really looking to grind in on this base.
Yeah, as Hirax escapes right here with his sliver, with a, not really a sliver of health, pero siya na lang natitira dito as 4-man push coming in into the nexus of team. Wow, okay, a flash in coming in. Oh, Emperor's Divide coming in into the fountain, gets that kill for himself. But is this enough? Another member is up already. Hook coming in, it does miss, but they look to be ending this game. No, sure, the Emperor's Tower is getting put up here, but ult coming in from Kalista. Is this hook gonna land? No, 1Q na lang, mamamatay na si Orthros, but no, Dodoy gets stunned. However, he can't turn it around, folks. But meanwhile, Ghost's getting popped. Here we go. Curtis trying to get another kill. Suzzysaur versus Rox here. 1v1 DPS. Rox comes out on top, and they are looking to push that Emperor's Tower and that second to the last inhibitor down. And mukhang ito na naman, bakbakan sa Nexus. Grabe, hindi natitigil yung fight. Julie solo, Curd solo, goes golden. Si Emperor dito nakapag-back, pero ito si Rox, yung DPS niya talaga is just too much for them to handle. Nandito na sa tower, nasa fountain si Rox as he decides to back off, but exposed na yung Exos Tower ng team ni Dodoy, and mukhang magbaback off sila dito finally. Sobrang tagal nung team fight na yun, my God.
Ay no, nakikita niyo lang yung all chat dito. Nag-GG well played na si Dodoy. Sabay, oops, wait a minute. Never mind, hindi pa pala tapos. Oh God, but yeah, this is definitely eventually gonna reach its climax here. 2 inhibitors down from the side of Team Dodoy. This one towards the bottom not really looking good as it's already nearing its final days based on the HP amount that it has left. And there you have it, the nightmare that we were not hoping to happen if you're Team Dodoy. Team Curd gets the Cloud Soul.
Yeah, and 42 kills to 19 kills as well on top of that soul, and this Baron has actually spawned as well. 13k gold lead on top of that. All the odds are stacked against Team Dodoy right now. Ito na naman, re-reference ulit ako, this anime moment. Yung matatalo na kayo, kaya ba ng Team Dodoy i-ignite ang kanilang sarili? Kaya ba nilang i-pull off yung perfect micro, yung perfect team fight para mabaliktad to? I have to give it to Ciel, si Orthos here. He's been landing really great hooks this game. Unfortunately, that last one onto Rox, nakapag-go golden lang si Rox right there onto the nick of time before any CC chain can come in. But right now, the Baron is gonna be secured.
Is this gonna lead to a very sick fight though? Crescio, he's poising himself for the steal. Can he though? Looking for it, and he gets the steal! Question is, can he make it out alive? Yes, he does.
Oh no, he doesn't! No! Yung mga bola ni Syndra, naging homing na naman. So now it's a 4v5 situation, Arctic Uno.
It is indeed. Luckily, Team Dodoy has the Baron buff on their side to help them with the defense, but they've already lost out on way too much. That Nexus is wide open for the taking, and looks like they are ready to take it, but not before they take a few more champion kills. This might be the last fight, ladies and gents. Kurt in the front line. He's taking quite a bit, but with the rest of the members, no more kills here. We're gonna finish it. It's a good done game. Congratulations, it's Team Kurt that takes a win 2-1 for
Oh my gosh, that was such an action-packed game. Just when I thought like the third game couldn't get more like exciting, more sprawling with like kills here and there. Grabe yung napakita ng both teams dito sa best of 3 na to, Articuno. Like, man, I mean, just it was a combination of so many things, not just kills actually, you know. Ang dami ring objectives na nititake. Nakita natin for all 3 games, a Dragon Soul was able to make it into the hands of one team. Barons being taken as well, at least one for each game. Also, the carries have been performing also, like left and right. Grabe talaga. I have to give it to the players of both of these teams.
Definitely. And I mean, it's all for a great cause. And we've raised so much money. Like, even without knowing the actual number, just based on the number of kills, dragons taken, we've definitely reached that past 600k mark, which I was really hoping for. And I'm just glad that we'll be able to do this for the Philippine Heart Center. The frontliners really could use all the support that they can get. And I'm glad that through our community, we got to do.
Yeah, that's true, Arctic. And this was a really great opportunity as well to be part of all of this. Not just us, not just the players, but all of you. Thank you for accompanying us, participating in this really heartwarming project, heartwarming program. And yeah, that's it.
Yep, and man, it's bittersweet since this is the last day of Starforge. We've had a great 2 weekends. Where do we even start? I guess let's start. If Berserk, would you do the honors of thanking the entities that made Starforge possible for the great 2 weekends that we had with all of you on the stream?
Sure. So here we have our organizers. Thank you so much to Liyab Esports as well as Esports Acad Arena. And this is also in partnership with Twitch Student Campus Esports Development Organization and ISC Events. And this is powered by Globe as well. Thank you very much for making this event possible, and also for you guys for tuning in, like accompanying us all throughout these 6 days. Grabe. I mean, no joke talaga. I mean, this is a joint effort with all of us here right now in our own homes, stuck in lockdown, but still we managed to make a difference through Starforge.
Yes, like we've, I guess, managed to, as a community, we've done our fair share to help support the cause. And at the end of the day, we just wish everybody well. And that's the whole point of us having Starforge. So I guess I'd also like to give a quick thanks to everybody that worked behind the scenes as well. Shout out to Metanoia Pod, as well as to Poppy Justin, who has been with us over the past 2 weekends, working hard behind the scenes, making the magic happen for all of you watching the stream right now. So, you know what? As we're reaching our end, and to our all-stars, by the way, as well, you know what? I'm going to give a quick shout out one more time to all our all-stars that made time to participate today. To everyone on Team Kurd, Calum, Julie, Kurd, Rox, Riku, Dodoy, Suzzysaur, Crescio, Rax, Dodoy, Orthros, to everyone that participated in the tournaments during the Homecoming show match, during the Alliance Invitational, everyone that was part of it. Thank you so much. Are we missing anybody for Zerk? I think we covered everyone.
Yeah, I think we covered everyone naman, Articuno.
Oh man. So yeah, I guess final plugs for us as well. If you want updates on us casters, Uomi has his page. I have my own social media as well. Just look me up: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Articuno. How about you, Zerk?
Yeah, it's just for Zerk PH for Facebook. Twitter, not really active there, but Facebook is enough on my end.
Alrighty then. So oh man, I hate to say farewell for now, but hopefully we'll have more of this in the future. On behalf of everybody, that made Starforge possible. We have been your casters. I'm Mark Takuno.
And I'm Frizik.
And we will catch you again very soon. This has been Starforge. We'll catch you all very soon in Philippines. Stay safe. Have a great